Teaquilters, welcome to today's sewing chat, I guess. I don't know what we called it the 4-star general, but neither one of us will be sewing on the 4-star general, although we will be waiting for we will be doing a drawing. I'm trying to read and scroll because it's not coming up.
Oh, it's not?
Okay. And so I was trying to see how much of the background was showing.
Oh, get that pretty quilt in there. Look at that.
It's still not gonna
Ain't that pretty?
close out. I was trying not to have them asking about your project, but they're still showing.
It is? Oh, it's good.
Okay. So yeah, hopefully you all can hear us. So let somebody in the chat let me know what's going on with that. Let me know if you can hear our mics, both Kevin and I. So I'm T, and here with
T's friend.
All right. So somebody let us know. I'm not getting any chat comments. So let me start back over. I'm going to go back out and do search again.
Maybe no one wants to talk to us. I know that can't be true.
It wasn't telling me that it was live. So therefore I wasn't getting any chat boxes.
Okay.
So that was the problem.
Okay.
Hey, Kim Burris, she's here.
Hey, Kim.
And Lisa Matthews is here saying, I'm so happy to see you both. Sound is great. So thank you, Lisa. Appreciate that. Just needed to make sure because, I can talk for 10 minutes and then somebody type in, your mic's not working.
Right.
Thank you, Janet. And thank you, Janice. Cynthia Fields here said, we can hear you. Claudette Batter saying, hello, T,
hey,
Kevin,
Claudette.
And everyone.
Claudette.
So welcome, everybody. We're working on other stuff.
This is my 4-star general. See?
So yeah, you can go ahead and talk about that if you want. Get that out the way so you can move it because you're not going to be working on it.
Right. Well, and please accept my apologies once again. I am embarrassed personally for myself because I set myself goals. But like I said in the last time, I want to be completely happy with this. And with our last excursion with Missouri Shop Hop, I was able to get some fabric that I think is going to work with it. And I'll be showing that in the haul. But just want to make sure. And I also, T talks about this all the time. We have lives outside of quilting. And I am really busy now helping take care of my family. And I have a new puppy. So there's other things. And I had every intention of getting some of this done. And it just did not happen. So I apologize. I really do. But I'll show you the fabric that I have selected to set this thing together. Because I think T really helped me select some beautiful fabric. So,
hey, Vivian Cavi says hi, T and everyone, and Kevin.
Hey, Vivian.
Emily Zahut's here saying hi, T and Kevin. Lovely to see you both.
Hey,
Sandra Oldham also says hi, T and Kevin.
Hey.
So yeah. So this video is again. It has a disclaimer.
Yes, it does.
We don't want to hear anything about Fabric Anonymous. Just know that we wouldn't be buying things if we couldn't afford it.
Right.
And a lot of times when we plan these type of trips, people don't realize that you've already saved your money, put money aside for trips like this. You have not done some other stuff because you know that you're going to do something else.
Right.
So again, Kevin mostly only buys for projects. So his fabric, most of it is already accounted for somewhere down the road. So also, Kevin is showing you hauls from 2 weeks of shopping. So I showed you all mine in 2 separate videos. Kevin, we only meet with Kevin once a month. And so he's now showing you 2 weeks, which is actually 5 days of shop hopping. So also keep that in mind when you see what he has.
Do they want to see?
They want to see. They love hauls. Okay. They love hauls. So with that done, we're going to go ahead and have Kevin start his haul. And then we also have birthday shout outs for the month of October, which I have delayed because of the hauls. They've been taking over video time. And then also drawings for the final winners for the 4-star general. And I'll talk about what those prizes are right before we draw. So we're going to go ahead and have Kevin just take over the chat. Kevin, if you need, like, you want to use this table to put your stuff on, and you can sit in the front.
Yeah, I'll move this over here.
You won't be seeing me. I'm just going to be sewing in the background.
She's going to be busy sewing.
And Kevin's going to do his haul. I've already seen all of Kevin's stuff. I'll laugh when he tells a joke. How about that?
Okay, so here's my disclaimer on top of T's disclaimer. Can you read this?
They can. Go in, turn a little bit. Yeah.
Can you read that?
Turn the
In my defense, I was left
to your right,
unsupervised, and the fabric store was open. Although Miss T was supervising me. You know, she always has to supervise me. You know that. You know that.
Yes.
Now, this is going to be out of order. I already know it's out of order. But if you hear people in the background, I have family visiting. So they're upstairs talking, having a good time. So can I say what they're here for, Miss T? Do you mind?
I don't care what this is your haul. It's your turn. I got some free time to sew. Don't bother me.
Tomorrow, my niece gets her white coat for veterinary school. So she is officially done with the classroom, and now it's all hands-on in the clinics and working with animals, and it's her lifelong dream. So we're very, very proud of her, and our whole family's going to get to be there for her white coat ceremony tomorrow. So good for my niece. Okay, so I'm going to go back to Hannibal and Hickory Stick. This was the first shop, Hickory Stick, and this is what I got there. You all may know this is K Facet Fabrics. Is that okay like that, Miss D?
You probably need to go up because like I told you,
you want
to
me to
sit
go
in
up?
front. Throw your chair up in front and push your table up.
I'll just be fine. I'll do this. Can you all see that? This fabric is harder to find, although I did see it at another shop. They're out of it online most everywhere. This is called Shark's Tooth by K Facet. And I've been wanting some of that fabric. And I also got, and it's for a particular project. This is for a particular project as well. This is K Facet, black with a purple dot on it. I don't have to show the quilt blocks, do I? Because you already showed those.
No, you don't have to show those.
Okay. Because you already showed those. And then I didn't get anything at the other two shops in Hannibal. And then, we went to Ben Franklin's in Monroe City. And they have some wonderful fabrics there, like Miss T said. And again, for the boho hearts, I'm doing black with white print for the background. So I picked up these 3 black with white prints. You can see those. Okay. And you all know that I love me a good Civil War repro. I have picked this up for a quilt that I have in mind that's very simple. This will be the alternate block. Can you see that? Is that good lighting, Miss T? Is that okay? Like that?
Yeah, I think they can.
Okay. This is beautiful, so I really like that. And then I found some Kona solids that I really like that I could maybe use as a background for something. Can you see that? I think the lighting is like...
It's because you're right under the light, so if you just do a different angle, like
that,
you would just
like that. Okay.
It's just that when you get to black and white prints or prints with detail, they just run together if you're too far back.
But I'm excited for this boho hearts and using the black with white print. Now, this here, we got this the last time, but I didn't get it the last time, but I got it. Wait. I didn't get it the last time, but I got it this time. But this was on that shop hop, and this is from the Ben Franklin in Macon,
Oh,
And
that's pretty.
this is a beautiful background. I have never seen anything like this. This is an ombre color, and it's a wide back. It's a wide back with all these beautiful colors on it. Look at that. It has the colors of the rainbow. Reds, purples.
Just gorgeous.
Yellow.
And it can be used
green.
as a back, or you can cut it up.
Right. But I do plan on using it for... Look at that. Is that not beautiful? That is just gorgeous. And this is the other side. I'm just going to put this over here because I ain't going to fold that back up. Yes, I can. Woo, woo, woo. Yes. You are hilarious. You are hilarious. I hope I'm not boring them.
Let me see. Let me see.
If
you are bored.
if
you don't want me to kick Kevin off the screen. How about that?
Kick me
They
on
say they
off.
love that shirt.
Okay. Now,
said best of luck to your niece.
Oh, thank you very much. Okay, so you all know that Miss T is a tech junkie and likes to try new, different notions and things like that. I guess I am a starch junkie. I don't know what you'd call it. How many of y'all have used this flatter? I have never used this flatter stuff. And I'm going to try this to see if I like it. And this was quite expensive, I thought, didn't you? This was like $12 a bottle just for this. So it better have some good results. That's all I'm gonna say.
Remo's here. Kim says the guy who owns the Ben Franklin in Monroe City also owns the one in Macon. We knew that. And then she says Annie owns the one in Palmyra.
Mm-hmm.
And then Quincy, Illinois. I used to work for him at the Macon store.
Oh,
so that's nice to know.
That's cool, Kim. We loved it. We had no idea of what we were going to run into.
We didn't think we were going to love it, but we enjoyed it so much. We spent a lot of money there.
Not one idea. So y'all remember Miss T talking about going in a store and talking to shop owners? This next store was one where she just let me run around the store because it wasn't her type of fabric, and that's perfectly fine. But it was my type of fabric. They had a $1 bin of fat quarter, so I picked that up for $1. That fat quarter right there. Isn't that pretty? Civil War repro.
You don't see that anymore.
No, you don't see that anymore. And then just some beautiful fabrics. Just some beautiful fabrics. Look at that. Oh, I just love that. Some pretty blacks with cheddar. Pretty blacks with cheddar. Isn't that pretty? Just a simple dot on it. Ooh, got a piece of fabric over there. Look at there. Looks like a quilter. And this pretty print. This would be pretty in a miniature quilt as an alternate block for a Civil War type of repro quilt. I just loved it. And then she had some backings that were beautiful, and I just love this fabric. Can you all see that? It's like
that was that trick where you kept trying to get me to spend money. Well, you got me to spend enough, but you're trying to get me to spend more. I wasn't biting.
Right. This is Chalk and Charcoal by Jennifer Sampu. Jennifer Sampu. Design 18973 for Robert Kaufman. And this is a wide backing, by the way. Beautiful. Beautiful. So that, oh, wait, one more. Got one more. One more from that day. Oh, this was the nice lady at that one shop where we got interrupted. Well, we got cut in front of. Mm-hmm. I was having this cut, and we got a lady that just butted right on up in front of us. But isn't this pretty fabric? I don't like everything repro. I like some other things, too. This is Venezia by Michelle D'Amore Designs with Benartex. I thought that was pretty.
Your stack's leaning.
It is. Well, imagine that. I can't imagine that. I cannot imagine
What
that.
are they saying? Yes, Kevin, it is high for starch, laughing out loud. Jakar is here. And so Love says that looked like grunge, that last piece.
It does, but it's,
Kevin
yeah.
says, careful, Love 55. Kevin, you have great taste. Like your Mrs. T. Cynthia Fields says, T and Kevin trying to sew after being sick for a long time. You guys make me laugh. That's all I need. I want to watch on Kindle. Yes. So she can't type probably on the Kindle. All right. So Love's here.
All right. Here's another day. And again, this is from Quilt for You. I'm always looking for a good white with black print on it. That has some bugs on it. That has some leaves. And then a geometric design. Thought that was just really pretty. And then she had some kits that were on sale, and this is what Miss T gave me out of her kit, and I just love it. She knows I do. This was in her kit.
That was the one I kept the background.
Yes, and you kept the pattern. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I bought it. Was the pattern. And
then I got this Kim Deal kit. It was just too good of a buy not to buy. And I actually got two of them, one for me and one for a friend of mine.
Oh, you got two? I didn't know.
I did because I know that she will appreciate that. I
look at your pattern then.
Okay, you can do that. And then we went to Apple Tree. I have no idea where I got these.
Apple Tree?
Oh, I don't think I got these from Apple Tree. I don't know where I got these. Oh, yes, I do. This came from the Abby's quilt shop in Centralia. She didn't have a block. And so, yeah, this is Abby's quilt shop in Centralia. Black with white print for boho hearts. Another one.
Oh, and I left your stuff at home.
Oh, that's okay. Then white and black prints. Okay. Now this is Apple Tree here. And you know we hit that sale room. I think Miss T got some of this, and so did I. This is a batik.
Say we hit that sale.
It's hard not to. And then this is that gorgeous.
We go in the door, we go straight to the sale room. We don't even look anywhere.
That's right. This is that gorgeous piece that Miss T found and made me buy.
Yeah, right. That's the one you found and made me buy.
I'm going to turn it open here so you can see this. This is just gorgeous.
Yeah, you got a little bit more room too. I tried.
Look at that.
I tried.
Looky there. Isn't that pretty?
That was kind of a look at God.
This fabric is just gorgeous. Just gorgeous.
Just gorgeous.
Yep. So that was Apple Tree, and then we went to Satin Stitches, and Miss T was at it again. Just made me buy this panel. I mean, she saw it on the wall and said, "We have to buy that."
So you all know about how these stories change, right? That's what I deal with on the regular. Him and my daughter.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no clue what you're talking about. And then I got a coordinating because I don't have anything like this. I think Miss T told you we found a free pattern that the associate in the shop so willingly shared with us, right, Miss T? She was right on that.
I couldn't believe that they went out of she went out of her way to do all of that.
It was really, yeah, it was really nice.
I mean, it was people in there, but still, she took her time with us.
She sure did. She was great. And then this also came. I love this white with black print. Look at that. Isn't that cool? That'll look cool cut up.
Probably should give it to me.
You think? You think? Well, I did give you some of this. I gave you some of this.
That one?
Yeah.
It's not the black and white.
Oh, do you want some of the black and white?
I'm just joking.
There's a neutral print that I found.
Yes, pretty I need one more black and white in my...
Oh, do you? Okay. All right.
Just one more.
Just one more? You just have room for one more. Just one more, please. And then this is Rooster Creek. This is where they have a lot of flat folds. I saw this and I just kept going back to it. It's like a white with a red line through it, kind of like a grid, like a linen look to it. And I just kept going back and I said, Miss T, that would look so good as a background, maybe for a Christmas quilt or something. And she's like, I think you should get it.
They say they love the pretty panel and apple tree. I just don't get there often enough. And yeah, the panel is great.
We don't either. We don't either. And then this is from the, what is it called? Specialty Quilts in Just City?
Oh my God, don't even start pulling up them patterns. We got about 30 projects we want to do.
They had a special, I know, we were just talking, they had a special on their patterns, buy one, get one half off. And I mean, you know how expensive some patterns are. This is called, Antelope Canyon pattern by Lori Schifrin. Schifrin. Isn't that pretty? I've seen that a lot, and I just decided I was going to get it. This here is called Diamond Drops by Patrick Lowe's. And they had this quilt in there, and it was gorgeous. We both saw that. It was just a beautiful quilt. And then they had kits, buy one, get one half off. So Miss T and me both got the same kit we're going to be working on together. Ain't that nice of us?
To help each other.
To help each other's out. This is called Fractures Quilt. And it's really pretty too. She is opening my eyes up to color. Aren't you? Beautiful rainbow color. You wouldn't do that? Right. Right.
I wouldn't do.
She would never do something like that. Never.
You're pretty fast. You're almost done. I'm talking about with the this week.
I'm trying.
No, this is last week's haul.
This is last week's.
Yeah, you're almost finished with last week's stuff. So
this was our first shop, All in Stitches. I have a friend that raises Highland cattle, and this pattern was just too cute to pass up. It's called Cattle Call. And it's by Art East, I'm guessing. Art East Quilt Company. Can you see that? Little Highland cow with the little star in the corner.
Is it pieced or applique?
It is pieced.
Let me see that, sir.
It is pieced.
Oh.
And then I got some of the Cafe, white with black and black with white.
That's cute. This is cute.
Isn't that cute?
I like
and
that.
And it's a smaller quilt. I think he'll like that. And then this was the County Line quilts. And you all saw this from Miss T. We shared the love. We shared the love, shared the fabrics. I'm going to have to go check on my cat. I think he's wanting out.
You want me to open the door?
Yeah. Yeah, there's... We both heard him meow, and he's like, I think very angry with us. I think he's very angry. Aren't those pretty fabrics? Those are just really pretty.
Come here, kitty boy.
Yeah, he's very angry with us right now.
Boy. Yeah.
He's like, let me out of here.
Hi. Hey, kitty boy. Yeah.
All right.
Daddy,
we're almost there.
He had that door up too close, didn't he? You couldn't get out.
We're almost there, folks. I hope you're not bored, but I have no idea where I got this fat quarter. I could not remember, but I got it on the shop up somewhere. I could not remember.
They're pretty. Jeanette says, hi, T and Kevin. Happy Saturday.
And then there were several that I just didn't buy from. I shared this with Miss T. This is a gray print. Interesting print. And then I found a real good, that's from Cuts and Bolts Fabric in Chillicothe. Found this beautiful Civil War repro. Anytime I find something with a line or a pattern going this way, I always think of an inner border or an outer border or a binding. That's where my mind goes when I see those types of prints. And I found this for a particular project I'm working on. It's really kind of feminine but modern. And then making quilts, I found these fat quarters. It has kitty cats all over it. Look at there. And I'm going to make these into napkins for my niece for Christmas. She'll have some napkins for her table. And then this was from the Salty Hippo, where the lady makes the fabric herself. And these are the colors I got. It has the state of Missouri with a heart in it. And then this cool neutral. We both had to kind of step back and sit down for a second after she told us the price on it. But again, that's handcrafted, so it's well worth it. Well worth the price. And then this is Pansies. This was a great quilt shop. I love this print. I got 3 yards of this for a background for some type of quilt with maybe, I thought Kaif facet fabrics would look neat with it. Something very bright. And then, are they like snoozing asleep yet?
Where is Rooster Creek?
Rooster Creek is in Holt Summit, Missouri, I think, or New Bloomfield.
That's Kim, because you know she close.
Yeah, I think it's in Holt Summit. It's close to Jeff City, is where it is. This is from Top Stitch Quilts, and I got 2 of these, and I shared those with Miss T. Those 2 fabrics there. Oh, good grief.
Oh, my gosh.
The dogs are going nuts. Someone moved. And then I got this beautiful fabric. This was $4 a yard. Look at that. It has eggs all over it. But I thought it could be modern kind of polka dots too. So we'll see about that. And this is from Stashworthy Fabrics. She had this is where Miss T gave the gal some coffee, which was so nice of her. But I found some white with black prints in there. Isn't that cool? It'll be fun to play with those prints. Someone's winding bobbing.
You can't hear it because my mics are good. That's why I'm back here making noise.
Is it?
The mics don't pick up like the old mic.
Really? This is from the Fabric Chick. I got another white with black print. And then I got this just in case it didn't work out with the black with purple dots Kaif. I got this Aboriginal dots just to see if it would work.
Kim says thanks. Zandra says you two have so much fun.
Yes, we do.
We need somebody. Well, no, we don't, because we'll probably look at them cross-eyed. I was gonna say we need somebody to make us not spend money, but that is not gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen. And again, if we want to, we're gonna do it. You know what I mean? So this was from just a delightful little shop called Sisters Fabric Farm. And I mean, I love those ladies. And like Miss T said, you'd turn around, you'd see a fabric on there, and you'd be like,
you're thinking it's Mark Brown.
Yeah, exactly.
And I looked at him. I said, Kevin. and she happened to see me. She go, that's right.
Yeah, she said, we're all over the place. And they were.
Price is right.
Yes, they were all over the place. But if you bought something and you were on the shop hop, they gave you a free fat quarter. And I got that fat quarter right there. And it's just as beautiful as anything.
I didn't even see which one you got, black and white.
Yeah, the white with black print. And they had beautiful Civil War repros in there. Just gorgeous. Look at that. That is just gorgeous. And I thought this red print may work, but I've decided on something else. But I can always use this for something. That is a beautiful red print Civil War repro. And here's some shirtings because they were so reasonable. They were just so reasonable in there.
Especially when you know you do that kind of
Exactly. Stuff. How can you pass something up like that? And you all are going to fall over at this next one. Yeah, because Miss T almost did. She's like, what? I used to work at a quilt shop, and I was able to acquire some things. And I have a layer cake and coordinating fabric for this line. And it's an older line. Flying Colors by Momo for Moda. And it has to be 10 years or plus. But they had this fabric. And I just got what was left on the mold. This could be a 4-patch posy. This could be a backing for the quilt. I don't know exactly. It could be a border. I don't know. But it was just so reasonable. I was like, you know what? I have the coordinating prints for that. I'm going to go ahead and get that. I know that does not look like anything you think that I would buy. Surprise!
Right.
Surprise! All right, I'm almost done. Almost there.
Only 30 more minutes. He really is almost done. He going through
I
them
am
fast.
almost done.
And he even telling stories too. I guess I bought more than you.
I think we bought about the same, to be honest.
I think you bought larger cuts, which is unusual.
Right.
And I bought lots of smaller cuts.
Yeah.
Overall. Hey, Kathy Mackey. She says, hello, everyone. Join the hall. Kevin, always love anything from Kim Deal. Her fabrics at my local quilt shop is $32 per meter or $23.05 in your currency. Always hit the clearance section. Kevin, do you wash your red fabrics? That's a question.
I do not wash any new fabrics that I get, but every once in a while I'll acquire fabric from someone who bought it a long time ago, and I will occasionally. I'll do a test, kind of like Miss T does, rubbing with a paper towel, rubbing with some scrap piece of fabric, whatever, and do a test like that.
And Maddie Barnum saying hi to and Kevin, and that she loved that fabric you just showed.
Oh, so. I know, isn't that cool? I got this from the Primitive Stitches. There's always something to be thankful for, and ain't that the truth? And I'm going to display this for Thanksgiving now, but I just love that. They had that hanging up in their shop. They had a lot of different things like primitive looking decorations and things of that nature.
Yeah, like even though that fabric wasn't my style, I'm glad that I went to Primitive Stitches because that building that they put onto the front of their house was just
saw some of the most beautiful quilt shops I have ever seen. Right? Don't you think, Miss T?
I thought Iowa had us beat. I think I spent more money in Missouri than I did in Iowa.
You and me both. You and me both.
And I was not planning that. I just did not think it was going to happen. And it was very few things I bought regular price.
Exactly. So this is Missouri Star. I got a piece of fabric and I shared it with Miss T. Look at those zebras. Is that not cute? That is just so stinking cute with the black and white. I love it. And then, of course, she found the daily deal, and I couldn't be left out. I just had to participate.
You said no at first. I go, I don't care. I'm getting me one.
I know.
As soon as I picked it up, you was like, okay.
I did say no at first, and then she's like, I'm getting one. She went over to it. I was like, well, I can't be left out. Just can't. Now, this here was from the Rayville shop. Is there something that needs to be said?
Oh, okay. Go ahead. No.
Okay. And when me and T stepped in there, I mean, we had been on country roads, gravel road, and this was like a quilting oasis out of the country, you know?
Fall foliage changing.
Yeah.
And Kevin's like, oh, you sure you want me to stay in the back roads? I'm like, yeah, I actually enjoy it. I just got to have a full tank of gas.
And we hit this quilt shop, and I mean, it was beautiful. Just gorgeous. I got me 3 fat quarters. That has all the quilting sayings and blocks and stuff in it. A geometric. And another geometric. I think I got that one at another shop. Maybe I doubled up on that one. Who knows? Oh, well. It'll be worth it. And then we found this great buy. She already told you in the hall. A bolt of fabric that had 15 yards on it for $4 a yard.
Yours wrapped up a lot prettier than mine.
How in the world could you pass that up? I mean, this could be used for a multitude of things, for backing, binding borders, cut it up, use it in blocks. I mean, you just can't get a good deal on motive fabric like that. You know what I'm saying? You just can't. All right. And I'll save this for last here. Oh, I got this pattern here. I'll have to get this out so you can see it. This is actually by the designer that designed the 4-star generals, but we saw this quilt. We saw this quilt in Iowa, made up in a quilt shop, and we both really liked it. It's called Blocks for Knox. And can you see the little stars in there? Can you see the little stars? It's just a really, really cute
Yeah, we
quilt.
didn't know it was hers until the pattern part came along.
And you know we're
but
going to AccuQuilt that thing. Cut it like that AccuQuilt. All right. This I found at Glenda's
they say,
sewing
wow,
cupboard.
nice.
And again, a bolt of fabric, and it was $3.50 a yard.
It was $3.25.
$3.25
At first
a
I
yard.
started out at $4.50 because that was on my thing, and I'm thinking it was $1 cheaper, but it was actually $3.25 a yard.
It was marked that, and she accidentally looked at a different sticker on it. I said, "Now I thought that was $3.25." She honored it. And then T picked out another thing after she was overcharged. But T and I have big ideas for this, so stay tuned for that. And oh wait.
That's like project number 31.
310. And this I got in Herman at Quilting Bee Fabrics. Look at all the design in that.
They said, wow, nice on that print you showed previous. I'm just a little bit behind.
That's okay. There's all different little things in there. White with black print. Now, 4-star General Fabric.
Is that the last one?
Yes.
This is his last part of the haul, guys.
So this here, these are the pieces that I have selected to set my 4-star General together with. And this is directional, so I'll be able to work with that. I'll cut it to where it's all going the same direction. This, I don't know if you can see, this fabric is gorgeous. Can you see that there's different depths of tone in this color? I just didn't have any fabric that I thought was special enough for the 4-star General. And Miss T was looking at stuff with me, and you know, I would pull things out. We'd put blocks up on it. She was so helpful in helping me, guide me. And I came across this, and I said, ooh. We both kind of did. We both kind of did. So I don't know. He
found it. He put it on the table, and I go, "Oh, that's a nice one right there."
So I'm excited to
and
do
it's a different color. It's a little bit brighter.
Yeah, it's like, brighter than it looks on here.
About right there. Tilt it back straight. Not that way. Just straight. Yeah. So it's about that color, just a little bit darker than what you all are seeing, but it's gorgeous.
I'm excited to get it done, and as soon as I have the time, I'm going to.
Gorgeous.
And it'll be coming up here just a little bit. I promise I'll post it, and again, I apologize. But that's my haul.
Thank you, sir. You are so kind to share with the people out in Teaquiltsville.
Teaquiltsville. Teaquiltsville. I love it.
Okay. Okay. So... birthdays. Let's do birthday shout outs. Now, I did get a question, Maddie. I will be making something. I haven't made any bags in a while. I've not been at home. And then I've been I was doing the fat quarter bundles, and I still got to cut the next set of those skin tones. So I haven't made any bags. And next, I'm actually going to be going to machine. I got to do some long arm quilting. So I'll be doing that, but do know that you will get it, and you'll most definitely get it so you can do it for Christmas as well. So I do plan to make that. I know what you want, the same style you got, so I do know that. So, next question is, T, what are you working on? I am working on the Not Today, and we are also going to show you Kevin's Not Today. We'll do that toward the end, see if I can get a little bit more done. So we'll be doing that. Robin Boyd's here, says, OMG, I have missed you all. Hello, Robin. Welcome back. Hopefully things are going great for you. We also miss you. And Teresa McCormick's here saying, happy birthday to all the October babes. So, October birthday. I just picked one of the things that I have here. It's the Keepsake Quilting Rose Garden Batiks. It's 22.5-inch strips. This is going to be the prize for the October birthdays. Has 20 strips, 20 jelly roll strips. Okay. So let me get my list from up under this mound I got over here. It's growing. I wrote them on a piece of paper here, and then I will just put them in the bag. So I am late with October birthday, so I apologize for being late. 2 Wednesdays ago, I did the haul. I got home right in time to do the live. Didn't even have time to even think about a birthday. Nobody in the chat even mentioned that I should have been doing birthdays. So everybody forgot about birthdays.
Well, and let me say one thing before you. This woman is so dedicated to you all. We worked very hard to get you back in time. And I just say that she didn't ask me to say that. I just want you all to know she is dedicated to her followers and she loves you all. So
I was like, I got to be back home by 7.
That's exactly right.
And then I put in there just in case I was late, may start late, so you all wouldn't worry about it.
I just think that is so sweet of you.
So we got quite a few past birthdays. We even got a birthday that's today, so that is awesome.
Oh, really? Who's this today?
She's got to wait her turn.
Oh, okay. Okay.
On the 1st, we had Beverly Aiken. So happy belated birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
We're just getting started.
Oh, I'm just going to.
You got that for 10 times?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do.
Apparently, well, I can tell because you always taking over singing stuff. On the 3rd of October, we had Miss Vivian Calvey. So happy belated birthday to you, Miss Vivian.
Happy birthday, Miss Vivian.
On the 12th, which was Wednesday, we went live, and it was Remo JS' birthday.
Happy birthday,
so
Remo.
Happy belated birthday. Also, on the 13th of October, it was Sharon Lewis. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Yes.
It was her birthday on the 13th. So happy belated birthday to you. And today, shout out goes to Teresa Buellard, whose birthday is today, the 15th.
Hey, happy birthday, Teresa.
Happy birthday. Adrian Reyes, October 17th. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Cynthia Shades, coming up on the 18th. Happy birthday.
Hey, ours is a month apart.
And then I have Beth Buellard. So I'm not sure if this is the same thing, but it says the 22nd. So I'm a little bit confused, but I'm thinking that's 2 different people. Okay. Hopefully.
Right.
Anita Baker, which is not the singer. Birthday is the 23rd of October. Happy and also birthday. On the 23rd is Terry Taylor.
Okay.
Birthday. So happy birthday to both of you.
Them.
So yeah. So I'm going to cut this up and put this in the drawing in the bucket. I don't even.
In the bucket.
In the bucket. In the bucket. All right. Also, if you are the winner of this jelly roll, you need to email me your snail mail address. Otherwise, you won't get it. Because it lets me know you're not listening to the videos or watching the videos.
It's all about.
So I don't just automatically send these. You got to be a current follower to receive this. Not somebody that watched me a few years ago and no longer watch. But your name's still in the bucket. So just so you know, Teaquilts at teaquilts.com is where you will email that information to, letting me know that you won a birthday drawing. And we're almost done. Yep, making sure nothing was on the back. Alrighty. They're in here. So they really like that fabric. Happy birthday to all the October babies. Maddie says, okay, thanks. Pepper Love said, Kevin, it looks like you and T had an awesome time at that on the shop hop.
And we did. And
so happy y'all did.
Yes. I told Miss T, I said, you know what? I mean, you find a good friend every once in a while. I could not imagine doing this with anybody else. And I do have some good friends, but Miss T and I just get each other. We understand each other.
Beverly Aikens is here saying, hello, T and Kevin and everyone. Happy belated birthday. Kevin.
Yes, ma'am. Oh,
I could have just smacked him up in the head. Just
it
one.
never stopped you before.
I have never laid hands on you. It's Anita Baker.
Wow!
You are the next winner of the Teaquilts birthday live.
Yay!
So it's Anita Baker. And she'll have until Wednesday I'll say Tuesday. She'll have until Tuesday to notify me that she saw this or send me her email. Otherwise, I will draw and give it to someone else. So
yes.
Right now, I'm going to just stick this in here. As I said, if you are a winner of a birthday gift, I don't know if you're still watching. I haven't seen Anita Baker in chats or comments, so it's a possibility we may be redrawing. So what I'm going to do is just temporarily put these in there so we can recycle those if needed. And we next want to talk about the 4-Star General, the quilt up here. We've been working on this quilt now for 13 months. And so this was the last month, and we just decided instead of waiting till the 31st that we were going to wait and do it on the drawing when we would normally sew, because we're moving on to something else. We don't know what something else is. We might just be sewing because Christmas is coming up. I don't think either one of us are going to be doing anything unless it's gift related for Christmas. And then we're going to have the boho heart sew along that's going to be starting in January, but we're going to be doing assignments twice a month, so you're not going to get everything we're doing on that, and we're not going to even be talking about blocks because people could be switching blocks up. So we could be sewing on that, we could be sewing on something else. I have no idea what live with Teaquilts live with Kevin the Quilter is going to be in the future. We're just going to show up for work, okay? So I don't think we're going to be doing sewing of the boho hearts specifically. Somebody might be working on it, somebody may not. So 4-Star General. I do have to say, I can't remember now, but I probably sold well over 100 of the 4-Star General revisited patterns. Now, I guess because to me, they were all traditional blocks. I've made all of these blocks in 12-inch blocks. And I guess because of the number of years that I've been quilting, I didn't think that this would be as big of a deal as it has turned out to be for a lot of people. So I personally would like to apologize for that. I thought that because they were the same traditional blocks, I just felt that they would be an easy transition to making 6-inch blocks. And so that's just something that I think I just took for granted because I felt like 2-inch finished units were doable.
Exactly, right.
And so the only problem I think was when we got to the borders, I could see because you had pieces that were 1-inch, a lot of 1-inch pieces that were diagonal, but I still didn't have trouble with that. It was just a matter of, I tried to do a video in the 4-Star General group where I show people how I hold on to the side of my fabric when I'm sewing small pieces. My hand isn't in the front like it normally is. It's to the side. And so many people had so much difficulty with doing or completing the 4-Star General. So I would like to personally apologize to those people that felt like this was just way over their heads. But I personally thought that these could be doable because they were just the same thing, just smaller pieces of fabric.
Right.
I didn't realize. And then the instructions, which I have nothing to do with, but I tried to bisect that by telling people to ignore that. If you know you need a finished 2-inch half square triangle, how do you make your finished 2-inch half square triangles? You don't have to make it the way that the pattern tells you. Always give yourself leeway to make something the way that you want to make it. If you've got a better way of making hourglass blocks than what any pattern, not necessarily just this pattern, but any pattern is telling you, then by all means, go ahead and go off that pattern and go make it the other way that's more convenient for you. Flying geese units. I personally like, if I'm not die cutting my flying geese units, I don't care what a pattern tells me. I like quilting a days method. So I go use quilting a days method because they're squared up after they're all sewn together. And I know they're going to be perfect. So it just depends on, the technique that you're using. Hey, Shaquita.
Hey, Shaquita.
So I do apologize for that. I actually feel really, really bad for those
I don't think you should feel bad.
couldn't succeed at it. So, and this was one of those things. That's what I had told people from the beginning. You have to know where your quarter-inch seam is,
and you should anyway.
In any sewing. This is the only time you don't need to know where your quarter-inch seam is on strings and crumbs.
That's exactly
because you're going to square it up after the fact. But these blocks, if you square up after the fact, you're losing your points.
Exactly.
And then it's what's the point?
Right.
Because it's not going to be the same.
Right.
So sorry about that. She says, "Woo, she finished her flimsy. I was determined to see this to the end." So good that she got hers done too.
Yeah.
Shaquita. I didn't see a picture of it, I don't think.
Did she post it in the Facebook group?
I don't think she did.
Well, she better get it in there.
Shaquita, you need to be trying to get your picture uploaded like right now if you got it done, because we're about to do drawing. I'm about to say who all
I can see now is Shaquita running around trying to get that.
Bye, Kim. So yeah, so that was the main thing that I wanted to talk about, was that I finished the main one. On the second one that I did in the red, black, whites, and grays, people were asking me about it, so I brought it so that I could just show it. And it is not finished. It is finished.
Oh, beautiful.
It's just going to get another border. This black here is going to go around. This is all it's going to be. I'm turning it sideways. I've got 2 blocks by 3, so I did 6 of the 12. And I'm just going to call this a day. It's a nice lap size by the time the borders get added on. And then I do have quite a few. See, when I was looking at it, I kept turning it where the top was at the top. And I'm like, if you turn it sideways, it's done. So it's done. And then I do have quite a few of the triangles. And so I'll use these. If I have enough, that'll be great. If I don't, I'm just going to space them. So this one here, technically, I'm done as far as piecing. I can't do this again.
We are there with you.
I cannot do this again. I don't even know. I think this is going to be one of them things. It's going to be a whole lot of 4-star general patterns and the free-for-alls and the resale things. And yeah, but I think I'm like done with that. So I'll talk about, while we're trying to wait for Shaquita, Kevin will be looking to see if she's got her picture uploaded in the group.
I posted it before you started live. Okay, I'll go check real quick.
Thank you, Beverly, saying beautiful T. Thanks, T. I enjoyed making the 4-star general. It was a learning thing for me. Loved it. So that's good. And that's part of anything that you're doing too. You should be learning something.
Right.
Or enjoying it. I know a lot of people didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it because I knew from the get-go, once we got that pattern and opened it after because when I said we were going to do it, I hadn't even read the instructions. And then when I bought all those patterns and started shipping them out, I said, Kevin, we better start making plans. So I started figuring it out, reading it. And I go, this is crazy, just reading it in my bed. I was not even trying to cut or do anything. So I knew it was a little bit confusing. Maddie says mine is not done.
There's Shaquita.
And that's pretty. Okay, so we'll add her.
Beautiful job, Shaquita. Beautiful.
And that was the only one, right? Because I didn't even get a notification.
We got Janet in it. You got Claudette. Lisa Rodhouse.
Janet Macro, yeah. Just making sure nothing came in today.
You got Tom.
Stephanie. And I'm going to read them off.
Yeah.
And Crystal L saying, hello, everybody. Happy Saturday. So let me go over gifts just in case we're still waiting for somebody to come in. I got one shoe on and off, so I'm lopsided. So we'll start with this. This was a gift that was donated by Tom Whittick-Eckery. He sent in a goodie, gave me a goodie bag. And so I just kept it all together so that it could come all from him. He has the Regency Somerset Blues Charm Pack by Christopher Wilson Tate. And it is a motor charm pack. And it has like tan colors, like a goldy color tans. And then it goes into sky blue backgrounds, some light tack backgrounds, and then into the navy. So really pretty color pack. Just not something that I could see Tom using. So he's passing that on. And Tom got a lot of these out of like, I think, So Sampler boxes. And then this is the part that he didn't want, I think. He's got note cards that says hello.
Those are cute.
With a telephone. They are cute. And then this is a 12-pack of With Love woven quilt labels. It's 12 in a pack. So they're inside here. 12 quilt labels that you can put on to anything. They don't necessarily have to be on a quilt. These would be great to put on the charity quilts that you donate when you don't want to put all of your personal information on the back of a quilt. It'll be great for that. Then the last thing is the Quilting Bee Enamel Needle Minder by Bonnie and Camille. And it's to let you know what size needle you have in. You can hook it up here. It's magnetic. So you do have to be careful if you have one of those machines you feel that the magnetic will do something to the computer. All right. So that's all in one gift bag.
Very nice.
So if you're here, I will let you choose. You do not have to be present to win unless it's Tom, and then I'll just pick one for Tom because he's not here since he donated.
Y'all out there?
Baker's Dozen.
Getting ready for some draws here. Wake up.
A Baker's Dozen is 12 fat 8. No, actually 13 fat 8s because it's a Baker's Dozen. And these are my African and Cara prints.
Beautiful.
And then Kevin, the quilter, also donated.
I'll just keep these safe over
Windham, let me open this up. Let me open this up. It's the American Basics. And it is by Windham Fabrics. And it is a patriotic jelly roll. If you are a person that does Quilts of Valor and you're needing something, then this is, you can almost make a whole quilt with just a jelly roll and add a background print. So you got a whole quilt top made for a Quilt of Valor. So that's what we have. And I got everything in a bag just because keep it all together, number one. And then number two, I don't want any frays from the jelly roll all over everything here. So those are the gifts. So let's see who finished their 4-star general.
Okay.
Teaquilts did.
Yeah. Hey, everybody, we're getting ready to do some draws. So you need to get in this chat and tell us that you're here and present and accounted for, because we're not getting anything in the chat, and you all need to let us know you're out there.
Hold on. So I know Reem. Okay, I'm going to call off. I got Jennifer English, who is in my, she's in my personal group. I seen hers, know that it's done. So Jennifer English has finished. Sarah Claude Jordan, also in my small group. She has showed hers numerous times. She had it at the retreat as well. So it'll be in that video. Hers is done. Gwen, she's finished it since because she had to put her final border on, but she had the stars on.
Okay.
Gwen Clark has finished. So if you're here, just let us know by saying I'm here in the chat comments. Christine Sauces. I don't know if I'm saying your name right. How do you say it?
I don't know. I said so-sos.
So-sos. Okay. So Christine, we got your, we saw your completed photo. Stephanie Robert Harris. Hers is completed as well. Tom Whittick-Eckery is complete. Tiff Grove. Hers is completed. She has that black background. Lisa Rothaus. is completed as well.
Great
Claudette
job,
Bettis. I
Lisa.
saw Claudette here
Great
earlier.
job, Claudette.
Claudette Bettis is done. Janet Mackerel is completed. Remo JS is also done.
Way to go, Remo.
Dolores Phelps was she the first one? No, that was Frances.
Yeah, Frances Jackson
was the first one that got it done.
Yeah.
Like in January, it was done. Mm-hmm. Okay. Shaquita Pearson, we got you. Emily Zahoot is here. I think I'm blocking now. It's been so long since I mailed her. I don't know if she's Australia or United Kingdom, but she's finished hers. So we even had one out of the USA. And then Vivian Calvi, we finished yours. I thought I saw Vivian.
Very few are accounted for, but you do have a question from Crystal L. How do we get the pattern to do the general's quilt?
You can buy ours.
We're done. We're done, Crystal.
Right. Yeah, Crystal, email me. I have to see if I got any more. Like I may have had 1 or 2 left. I'm not really sure. Just email me and I'll let you know. And like I said, if not, I'm done. So, yeah. Have a reclaim price.
Stick a fork in.
So Vivian's here. Janet's here. So thank you guys for letting me know. We know Shaquita's here. I'm just trying to, so we know who needs to pick. And I think that's it as far as people here. So I've emptied out my container from the birthday draw. So I have exactly 16 people that have shown proof that they have finished this quilt top, except for me. That'll be 17. And Kevin's going to get his done.
I'm so embarrassed. I really am.
Kevin is a fast sewer.
I got to have the time.
He just got to have the time. And that's what he doesn't have right now. It's time.
Yep.
So it'll be done. You'll see it.
Yes. Because I love it. I love this quilt so much.
Yeah, it was his idea for us to do it. And then I'm like, do you mind if we just do this as a sew along so I don't have to pick something else? Oh, my goodness. Wish I hadn't said that.
Okay, you're getting more people in here. Oh, Crystal says, there you go. You made it for me. Yep.
And who was that asked? Oh, that was Crystal. Okay. Yeah. Because I don't, normally I like hold on to patterns, stuff like that, but
she's ready to get rid of it.
I don't think I'm ever doing this pattern again. And then, like I said, I might have 1 or 2. It would be around my desk where I mail out.
Right.
I would have them all right there. So I have to look, see if I've got a new one. Yep. If not, we can make a deal.
Let's make a deal.
Susan says, sorry, I have to go emergency with Cat. Sorry, Susan. Hope everything ends up okay.
Oh.
I saw Kitty Boy put the head down here a couple of times. I think he went
back. He was very disgusted with us.
I think he was sleeping. The door woke him up.
The door closed and he was left in there. He did not like that.
All right, I got 4 more names to put in here, y'all.
Very upset.
Someone with LaWayne is here. What'd he say? I can't. Just saw the thing come up.
Hey, Lucy and Ethel, just not getting in on the fun. Or just, he meant now, just now. He said just not.
People sending prayers to
for
Susan.
The kitty cat, yes.
All right. We got them in.
Here we go. If your name's called, come on down.
And you can call the name,
Oh, you want me to?
Yeah, you got it. Well, the first winner.
The first winner of the prizes is Frances Jackson.
And I didn't see Frances Jackson name come up. Again, for this, you don't have to be present to win, but you do need to be present if you want to pick a gift. So Francis Jackson, I advise you like really, 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 really soon to let us know. We're going to give her a few seconds just in case, because I find that my my phone, what I'm recording coming back to me through YouTube is always behind. So I like to give people a few minutes to figure it out. Krista says, I'm just stopping in while I get ready to head out to a family funeral to go to. I'll be leaving in 15 minutes. So sorry for you. Hugs for you and your family. And I think it must be your screen, LaWayne. I don't know. He's saying, is it blurry? Nobody else has said anything. I cleaned it before I put it up there, so I don't recall touching it, but who knows? I try to get all fingerprints off the camera. So I don't see anything coming through for Francis Jackson. So we're going to go ahead and pull the next one.
Well, she was done so long ago, she forgot.
She done forgot about 4-star general. She's like, I don't need no notifications for 4-star general.
I made 100 quilts since.
Next pull.
Okay, notice I'm switching hands to pull from, so it's not the same. This is Miss Shaquita Pearson right there.
Wow, wow, wow.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
So Shaquita, you can get the Patriotic Jelly Roll, the Baker's Dozen African Ankara Fat 8s, or the mixed bag that was donated by Tom Whittick. So let me know, girl. Let me know.
I'm a hand model. Oh goodness.
Now we know Shaquita's
I know Shaquita's in here. I just think it's a delay, maybe.
Yeah. Unless she was working. I don't. You know, she got one of them important jobs. Important jobs.
Right?
Shaquita.
Where are you? Where are you? Woo, woo, woo. Oh, there she is. Baker's Dozen Fat 8s.
All right. So that's out. That goes to Shaquita.
Shaquita. Congrats. And your quilt's beautiful, my friend.
Robin says, congratulations.
I didn't even know
so
Robin
we got
was in
one
here.
more winner. Hopefully it's somebody in here. It's not going to be you. You're not finished.
Womp, womp.
Just burst that bubble. You're all like.
Womp, womp.
All right, your last one, sir.
Oh, here we go. And I'm switching hands again. I'm going to the very bottom here. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Who is it? Who is it?
It's Sarah Carr Jordan.
And she's not here.
There you go. Oh,
oops. And so neither Sarah nor Francis is here. So the last two prizes go to those people. And I will just have Sarah pick one. Or if Francis contacts me first, whoever contacts me first, they get to pick. Right. Otherwise, I'll be seeing Sarah, so she'll get to pick if I don't hear from Francis. And then the other one, it will just be mailed to Francis. I'm sure I got her address. Because you don't have to be present to win something that's a year-long project. Right. So that's a little bit different. So that's different. Now I'm going to put my birthday pieces back in here, just in case Anita Baker, you know, that famous singer, doesn't hear her name being called, and then we'll be redrawing for that, for the October birthdays.
That's a cute little basket you got there. Did you make that? Or did someone make it for you?
It might have been a gift, I'm thinking.
It's cute.
Well, thank you.
Just like you.
You are nothing but trouble.
Oh, you love me.
And you try to get me started, but I'm so professional.
Oh, yes, she's professional. Darling, she's professional.
So congratulations to the winner. Thanks again for everybody that participated. Boho Heart Soil Line actually starts in January. We're going to be doing 2 assignments a month. So clear up all of whatever you got to get done by for Easter, for
right.
Get that stuff done so that you can be ready to go, because it's going to be
get her done.
A little bit of a faster pace. And the reason why is because a year, it was 13 months total. That's just way too long. And I'm not sure if we're going to do 6 months or if we're going to be done before 6 months. So I'm just going to break this pattern up, and I have not done that yet. I'm going to break it up into sections, and then we're going to work on a section at a time. And we're going to get her done.
Get her done.
Bye, Crystal.
Bye-bye.
So, yeah. So that's it for that. Now we're just, what time is it? It's, we only been on here an hour and 15 minutes, and you did a haul. Yeah. You're doing some fast talking.
Well, I don't think I gave all the info. See, you give all the info. Like, you give the info on the fabric, and, I mean, you're informational. And that's what your channel is about.
I'm an informational.
You are informational, and I am not.
You're like, see what I got? Then. You had some stories, though.
Well, and plus, I mean, it's
Robin
part of your business.
How do I sign up for this so long? It's Robin, send me 31 via CashApp, Venmo, or Zelle, and then I'll mail it out to you. I think I might have your address somewhere. I have to find it.
Well, didn't she move, though?
Or email. Oh, that's right. You got to send me your address. So after you do that, send me your address, and then I'll get you a pattern in the mail. And then we have a Facebook group set up for it, but you have to be paid first to get in. So that's how you get into that. And I think Boho Hearts is by Jen Kingwell. So you can look that up if you don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm. And also, just while I'm thinking about it, did you have anything to say about the optional block for those that are included in the optional block?
Well, I mean, I guess we can just do announcements, but this Thursday is the date that I should receive all the blocks, because I'll be going to my quilt guild where we'll be exchanging. And then the following Wednesday is when I'm going to open them all and show them and see how many we got. And then I'll figure out how many people we're going to draw in. Not the Wednesday coming up live, but the following week.
Okay.
So you've got like a week and a half before I draw, but you only got less than a week to get your block into me. I did receive like 6 packages today.
Oh,
so
wow.
I picked those up before I came to Kevin's house, so I haven't had time to deal with that. So I'll be posting those 6 that came into the group probably tomorrow. I don't know. If I get some time today, I'll do it today. But most of the time I leave here. I go home and fall asleep. So we'll see.
Yep.
So yeah. So things are going great. Forest retreat for 2024. I have decided, because the reason why nothing has gone out is that I haven't been at home, for the first reason. Number 2, I've had a lot of time while I've been sitting in a car to think about it.
Yeah, right.
And so I've decided that I can't make up numbers that I don't know, and I don't want to come back and ask people for more money. Right. So what I'm going to do is just send out, once I send out notifications, you have to have $100 deposit, and it's going to be due before Christmas. So hopefully you all been saving your money like I've been recommending. So it's a $100 non-refundable deposit, and then that's just holding your spot until I can get final pricing from them in January. She did tell me it wouldn't go up any more than 5%. I personally would hate to add 5% to people's retreat if it's totally unnecessary. Maybe it only went up 3%. I don't know. So she let me know that those numbers could possibly change. And it still could change close to retreat in 2024 if food prices go up higher. So I already got another thing. So I can't accommodate for 2 increases that I'm not aware of what they are.
So many
So I'm going to try to wait. And I have the same issue with the bus company. with gas prices, because we had that affect the current year shop hopping, where I had to pay more money. I just didn't ask people for any more money for the bus. I just made sure I covered it. So that's another thing. So I'm just going to have people hold your spot so I can know. And then when January come around, we're going to be starting to get that information out when I get the updated prices. And then starting February, we're going to have everybody paid for retreat by the end of June for 2024. It's going to all be paid in 2023. Then that way, everybody is paid. And I'm only dealing with cancellations and trying to get replacements over trying to get regular retreat payments in, dealing with cancellations, dealing with the facility and their changes, dealing with the bus company and their changes. It was too much desk work that I had toward the end. And then I will start working on the bus trip once we get everybody paid, so we can know exactly where we're going, because that's one of the reasons why Kevin and I were doing the Missouri shop hop, is because we were trying to determine if there was a particular region that we might want to go back to on a bus. And so we were also doing that. So it's a lot that's being planned for retreat, but I have no way of knowing what it's going to cost at this time. So that's kind of what we're doing here. Hey, Lena, I sent you 2 emails. I'm thinking my emails are in your spam. So please check your spam mail and respond to the email. I sent you some pictures of some stuff you were asking me for.
What is Remo talking about?
There is something for.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Who is KQ?
I'm going to guess that's me.
Well, then she's saying that it's for me to keep. She said there was something for KQ.
There is.
She said was.
I'm seeing the word is.
And on my screen, it's WAF. I don't know if anything came from her, but you know what? I'll run out to my car. Kevin can.
What?
You can do.
No,
you can do a strip for him or something.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna go see.
What? Okay, you know what? I don't know what. Remo, what are you talking about? Remo, get on this thing. You're always typing on this thing.
Okay,
Remo,
I'll tell him.
What are you talking about?
I can't sneak anywhere around you, can I, Lily? You can't go down there, honey. You gotta get her out because she's so little.
Yeah, Robin, you'll enjoy the so long because it's gonna be fun. Check that out.
Yeah, she's trying
the
now.
Boho Hearts.
Yeah, she hears her dad.
We're all gonna have a lot.
I gotta check my car. Somebody said they sent something for
Let's see
Kevin.
what else
I don't
has
know
been
if it
said
came
in here.
or not.
You all ain't chatting today, and I know there's not a bunch of people in here, but let's get some comments rolling through here. We want to talk with you. I know that we're not really working on the 4-star general, which is the way this all started, but there's a lot of people missing today. There's a lot of things going on. I mean, I have a big weekend going on also. But you all ain't talking. So I'm just going to sit here and sew. Actually, I'm going to be finger pressing. All right. Yeah, it's a big weekend for my family with my niece. We're very proud of her. That little girl, I tell you what, from the time she could talk very well, she said she was going to be a veterinarian. And she has followed her dreams. Couldn't be more proud of her. And she is ready for some hands-on clinical stuff. She's done with the studying part. And I'll tell you what, she is a focused student. She really studies hard. So we're very, very, very proud of her. That's our big weekend as a family.
I'm laughing at them ears sticking straight up off Lily Mae.
So, love, no, I am not. I explained that earlier that I am not where. No, I just got the fabrics to work on it, so I am not working on it right now. I didn't
Oops.
have time to cut the fabrics.
Okay, remote. So it has not come yet. Because I don't have any package from you. Not yet.
Went to butcher. My dad wanted fried beef liver and fried PC. He is happy. Oh, she said she already sent the money to you
Who?
for the boho heart. Robin Boyd.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yep, I see CashApp, Robin. Thank you. And I'll mail that out on Monday at the latest. Sometimes my post office open on Sunday. It doesn't go anywhere, but it at least gets it
I'm gonna go
ready
say
to
bye to
go.
my family that's sleeping.
Yes. Vera Williams says, that big quilt is so beautiful. Thank you. It's the 4-star general that we're wrapping up today. We just did drawings. Teresa McCormick says, congratulations to your niece. I'm talking to Kevin. um, so yeah, that's awesome. And I'm just trying to make sure nothing else has come in here. I got all kind of mail don't come in that I didn't see. So, okay. Just trying to make sure nothing else had come through. Okay. I got to sew the last, I think I'm on the last row of this. Not today. That's what I'm sewing on. And I am trying to just, I told you all that I had already sewed these into giant blocks. So now I'm sewing my giant blocks into into rows, and I am going to actually cut it apart, and then I'll let you see what I have. I just didn't want to cut anything apart while I was sewing. Wanted to make sure everything stay in order. So put a couple pins in here. I got 4 more blocks I need to at least add. And I really don't care if I sew the rows together because everything's labeled. But I need to lay it out so that I can know what order my border blocks are going to go in. So I needed to get this part done so I didn't have to relay them out again. So let's see. So love, Kevin is still working on his 4-star general. Kevin has been finished with his blocks. He finished everything on time. He could not find the 2 fabrics to set everything with. Remember, his quote is all reproduction fabrics, and then they were reds and like beige colors like that. And so he had a hard time finding fabrics that wouldn't blend with the blocks. And so we went to 2 quilt shows looking for his fabric. We went to numerous quilt shops that we've been to since then. And we just had a difficult time. He had to actually go back to this one particular store that he figured would have it. And they did. And it still took a while. They had like 2 long rows of red fabrics that were reproductions, and they probably had maybe 8 bookcases in each aisle, and both sides of the aisle were filled. And it took a while to even find them in there, but he kind of figured if anybody would have it, that she would have it. And she has probably ordered every piece of reproduction fabric that's been out there. So that's why he figured she would have it. I went to her store. I didn't even know that they had purple reproduction fabrics. I had never seen them before when I went there within a past year and a half or so. I didn't even know that existed. I was like, maybe I might like reproductions. The purples were really pretty. Teresa says, fun to spend some time with you too. Robin says, I added my address to CashApp. Can you see it? I don't think CashApp has notified me yet. Hold on. Lorraine says, T, I saw a post on Facebook that someone took some of your fabric to sew your retreat and everyone is loving it. Yeah, I did see that. That was really nice of her to tell them. I haven't gotten any orders, but people are looking for it. So I have a feeling I know what's going to be happening next. Sheila D says, hello from Temecula, California. It's raining here. Yes, it's a big deal. Yes, it is. It hasn't been raining a whole lot of places that need rain. So that's awesome, Sheila. Kathy says, honey for fabric should be an Olympic sport. Yeah. And it was funny because he didn't need a particular piece of fabric. He needed a particular color of fabric, which was weird. Wasn't even a particular type. Let me see if this Cash App has come through here yet. It hasn't even given me a notification. Don't even have notifications up here. I guess that's their way of holding your money a little bit before you get it. I don't see any address on here. It just says payment from Teaquilts, and that's it. I don't see any like normally up under people thing. It's got a little something that's different here. Let me see. I don't see it, Robin. Sorry. That's weird how I don't see any of the text at all. Sometimes things just act up. Now it's looking different. It's showing me everything from Robin. And then when I click on that, I don't see your address. So I'm sorry, it's not there yet.
Sorry. Did you tell him I was having to say bye to family?
I didn't know. Why would I talk about you?
That's great. That's a great question.
Okay, now it's coming through. Oh, well, she just sent it to me in a text, in a message. So I got you, Robin. Thank you. Okay, so that just came through. Okay, so we got everything there so I can get her book mailed. And I still gotta cut the skin tones. I wasn't home yesterday. Thursday was all desk work.
Are you sold out again?
I don't know.
You sold out.
Maybe half of them are gone.
You sold out in no time.
Maybe half of them are gone.
On that first round. I apologize for leaving, but I had to say bye to some family that was going to my nieces, so. Thank you for understanding.
All right. And 3 more. Oh my goodness. This is block number 8. I label everything when I'm sewing stuff so I don't get it mixed up.
Don't get it mixed up.
Don't get it twisted. Kathy Warren says, hello, everyone. Teresa is here saying, hello, y'all.
Hey.
Teresa Jesuits. I butcher her name every time.
It's okay. It's okay.
She keeps coming back. She's praying. She's going to get it right one day. And like, nope, not today.
You know what? I mean, you have so many followers from different places.
And I can't just say Teresa either because I have so many Teresas. It's amazing to me that I have like about, up to 150 people in my chats.
Mm-hmm.
And I have many Teresas, many Judys,
Mm-hmm.
many Deborahs and Deborahs and Debbie.
Yeah.
I'm saying the same name. Especially on the night ones. The ones in the day, people aren't able to come to this one as much.
Right.
Everybody back at work and stuff. When we first started, we had more people that was watching in the daytime. So now you all can start telling me what she say everyone does butcher her name. Tell me what you guys are working on. I can read a little bit of the chat comments. I got a couple more blocks here before I show you what I'm working on. They're not still sewed all together in rows, but my rows aren't sewed together, but at least my blocks are.
That was a fun quilt to make.
I took over your wall.
Oh, no, that's okay. I'm talking about the one you're working on, the not today.
Yeah, we're going to show them yours, too. I'm going to hold this up, and then we'll show yours. Because I doubt if I get a whole lot more done on it anyway. They're bowling. That's Lily Mae bowling.
Yeah. She's wanting on TT. Where were we where we saw 3 different versions of the same quilt? And we were discussing just the difference in fabrics makes a quilt look so different.
Yeah. I can't remember which shop right now. We went to too many shops.
And then we saw not today. Did you tell them that?
I did not tell them that. We actually saw it on somebody's design wall. And I go,
it was so funny.
Kevin, is that
today?
That was at the one that was added onto the front of the home.
Uh-huh.
And I'm wondering if she was the same one that had 3 of the same ones, but I don't think it was in that environment. For some reason, I don't think it was her, but
I think it was that.
Was it that
Wasn't
one?
it?
You think it was in Primitive that the 3 quilts?
Wasn't
it might have been upstairs. You're right. It might have been upstairs.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but then it was so weird that she had patterns that we were doing. We saw stuff we liked that she had done. It was just that by the time we got there, we was like, was she the end of? No, I don't know if she was the end. I can't remember.
She was maybe the 3rd shop that day, maybe?
It was a while to get to her. It's like, that's the problem with the Missouri shop hop over the Iowa. Like, when we went to the north, east, central, it was 20 minutes, 29 minutes.
Right.
When we went to the other regions, it was an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Especially in that far northwest.
You keep thinking that you're going to get more done, but you can't because they're so spread apart.
Right.
I almost think that we could do this, that Springfield, Osage, the South region, they're all over there kind of lined up together.
They're
it's like
close.
3 in Springfield.
Without spending the night somewhere?
I don't know. We might have to spend a night because we still have the other region above it. Mm-hmm. But it looks like that region is all together. It's probably a doable thing after I was looking at it. The other region above it, that stuff spread it back out again.
It's just a matter of, family obligations and stuff like that. Working around those.
I know, boo. Well, maybe we'll be saying, look at God. We're back on the road again.
On the road again. I'll grow my Willie Nelson braids.
I got at least 3 customer quilts that I need to get done. And then I got Norma's. I'm still not even counting hers, and I need to get done. Isn't that crazy? And she got the custom quilting that I don't want to look at.
Well,
that's because I got to go through so many designs. Mm-hmm. And she hasn't given me any clue of anything that she wants. So if it's custom quilted, it's like, what am I going to do here? What am I going to do there? And I don't feel like dealing with that. Mm-hmm. So I've been putting it off. But I got 3 quilts I need to get done. 2 of them are baby quilts. Yeah. I went to Wednesday. I was calling myself, no, Thursday, I was going to go line dancing. And so I told I talk about my 98-year-old quilter that I have. And she wanted me to come pick up the baby quilt she wants done. And hold on. Lena, I responded to your email, so let me do a search for your name because I sent you all kinds of pictures, and I don't know if I can even. Your name pops up, and I've sent it twice. Let me do a search for you because I definitely can't type all that information again, especially sitting here. Yeah, they're coming up in my thing, and I sent you all of these. So let me open this up. I put second try. On the first one. View message. I'm trying to find the one that's got all the photos I included. This is it. I'm going to hit forward. And then when I start typing your name in, it pops up. And then I select it and I hit send. I've done that. I'm going to put third try on this one. I don't know what to do after that. I'm responding to the original emails. It says it's sending. All right, so there we go. Back into this chat. I want to try a pouch, but can't seem to get up to start watching something on TV. No motivation right now to do anything but type these words out. Kathy says, how did you, T and Kevin, get into quilting?
That's a good question.
You answered.
Oh, I thought you were. Well, I was giving ladies first.
You're supposed to answer the question. This is my channel. I've answered that question.
You've answered that question. Well, how I personally got involved was I was born into a family of quilters. My grandmother quilted, and any chance I had, I was in her quilting room as a child. She taught my sister how to play the piano, and she taught me how to quilt. And so I always helped her with stuff. And then I had two great aunts in our town that I'd always help in the summers with quilting. They had a quilting business. They made quilts for quilt shops all over the state of Missouri. And I learned so much from them. And, you grow up and you get away from it for a little while. And I needed something to occupy my time on long layovers. I'm a flight attendant, so I needed something to do on long layovers, and I started quilting, and I just haven't stopped. I love it. I love everything about it. It's an artistic process. And the funny thing is, my mom is visiting, and she came down here and she saw the studio, and she's like, this is just your happy place, ain't it? I said, it sure is. It sure is.
That's nice. And I had sort of the same kind of family inspiration, except that I was like 5 to 7 years old when I got the inspiration. And I had on my grandfather's side, he had a separate set of children from my grandmother. They actually got divorced, of all things, back in the day. Wow. And he had a whole nother set of family. And it was my aunt on that side. So I used to go and watch her sew as a kid. All the other kids were outside, and we were visiting Birmingham area. And so I did not live there, so I didn't get to see it all the time. But it always left a lasting impression.
Isn't that something?
She used old clothing, old feedsack bags, whatever was laying around, she put into a quilt. And then when a quilt was all ragged, she used that on the inside for batting. I don't know how she quilted through them things, but some of her quilts, people were saying you couldn't even turn over in the bed with the things on you. They were so thick. But I just thought they were the most beautiful thing as a child. And then you kind of lose that. I had a sister that sewed, but she mostly made clothing. She would make us outfits as children and stuff. Had us all matching when we would go on family vacation trips and stuff like that. So I actually started sewing when my daughter was born. I was on maternity leave. So that's how I actually started sewing, because when I got the sewing machine, I'm like, I don't think I can make quilts that look hard. From just looking at quilts and thinking I
Right.
can't do that. So I went into clothing for 8 years before I made a quilt. And so once I started making a quilt, I don't make clothing unless it's quilted clothing. Now, how about that? At one point, it was cheaper for you to make your clothes, and
yeah.
it was unique. That is not true anymore. You can go
No.
buy clothing now that's cheaper than you buying fabric, where you're paying $15 a yard for fabric. And then, you need lots of yardage of stuff when you're making clothes. So if you're looking at $45 and you haven't even sat down, you haven't gotten any linings, you haven't gotten any of the other specialty things you're going to need. The pattern itself, they're more expensive, especially if you can't get what you want on sale at the time when you need it. So I found it was cheaper for me to just go buy clothes.
Right.
So that's no longer true. It used to be very cheap to make your clothes over purchasing clothes.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see what people are working on. I missed a lot of it. Christmas puff quilt, that's Elaine Doucette.
Oh, cool.
Lisa's quilting a scrappy pumpkin quilt. Teresa's working on optional blocks we'll be sending on Monday. Lorraine is working on some mug rugs, pot holders, placemat, and craft show tomorrow that he helped get started. So that's cool. I read So Loves. Lorraine says he's mourning as Hagrid passed away yesterday as well. So yeah. So I don't know who Hagrid is, but so sorry about that, Lorraine. I'm assuming it's a pet. Assuming. All right. So I'm going to show you this mess I got. It's a big mess. It's huge. Yeah, because it's not really sewn.
Oh, you webbed it.
Mm-hmm. So nothing would get out of order. And I am going to cut it in half, but I didn't want to do that. Well,
I got a pin in me. Sorry.
Okay, I've been holding off showing you all my knot today. And the reason why is because when I made mine, I made it bigger. And we're going to show you Kevin's in the original size. And for some reason, with me using white, that space just was so freaking big.
Mm-hmm.
And so I decided I was going to do something else. And I thought I was going to put like a floral embroidery designs, or maybe some applique, fusible applique, because I wasn't going to do hand applique. And I was like, I'm not going to do that either. And so what I have done here is I picked a print that was very colorful. And I have made what looks to be like flip corners, but they're actually going to be butterflies when I'm done. And so it's going to be, once I get it quilted, I'm going to go back in after the quilting and I'm going to stitch in the stamens on the long arm. And they're going to be black. And so that's what my quilt is going to look like. And
beautiful.
I just needed to get this part webbed so that I could lay it out and do my borders and not have to worry about laying it back out again or trying to pick my blocks back up in order. So that's what I'm doing. I'm using Kevin's floor today. So we're going to now show you Kevin's quilt. We've been holding out on you. And we're going to put it on the design wall.
Okay.
Okay. You can show it here so they can see your fabric before you put it up there.
This is mine.
And so Kevin used my block is 1 inch bigger than his, and it looks so ginormous.
Yeah, it does. It
big
really does.
in the white space because I used a white fabric, and just using a different color, that space doesn't look as big on here. And I just couldn't leave mine plain.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead, but this is really nice, so they'll get to see more of it, I think, if we put it on a design wall. You need help over here.
Not today. So now you know what we're talking about when we say that.
Okay.
There we go.
So yeah.
Not today.
So that is the pattern that I had been sewing on the entire time. Kevin and I, we were doing this as a sew along. He, of course, did his a lot faster than me. I tend to be slow because I'm working on it on my channel for a sewing chat. So I'm not like trying to find another project to work on super fast. And then there's some weeks where I just can't even get into sew until it's sewing chat. So that's another reason I do like the sewing chats.
Yes.
Because I haven't sewed in 2 weeks until I get in there. Probably been 3 now. Until I go to this, I just haven't had time. So I did a lot of my great block sewing off camera because I didn't want you all to see my butterflies at that time. And so when Kevin got his done, I thought, well, since he's got his done, we'll go ahead and just reveal it today. So I just got it thrown over here. So I'm probably going to be off camera mostly. You'll just be hearing me because I'm going to be trying to lay these blocks out. So and what LaWayne says, Harry Potter. Oh, that Hagrid. I saw something that came through about the character that played Hagrid passing away.
I've never watched anything on that.
Yeah.
I've never read
I read the books, but I never liked the movies. I watched the very first Harry Potter movie, and they didn't include one of my favorite scenes, and I got mad, and then I held a grudge.
Love it. The movies never usually do the books justice.
I know, and I got a grudge, and I go, I'm not doing it anymore.
I understand.
I say they got 7 of these to do, and I'm not going to be playing with them. Robbie Coltrane, what's the name? So beautiful T, love the gray Kevin. Both are beautiful. I love that gray background, Kevin. Really love both of your color choices. Yeah.
Thank you.
So I used all florals. You used a mix of fabrics. You got everything in there.
These to me were like the bright modern fabrics that I usually don't know what to do with it, but I think it plays beautifully in
I have some of that blue splat.
Do you? Is that what it's called? Splat?
Well, it's like I don't know what it is, but it reminds me of splat.
Right.
Like I don't see
what we saw on the windshield driving through the cornfields.
And that
bug guts
probably is the only one that I think like I actually can say I have for sure.
Are you talking about that one up there?
This one in the middle, at the top row, the knot part, it starts the top of the bottom of that knot.
Okay.
The top part of the top knot coming in. It's that blue one with the orangey, yellow, green.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it looks like splat to me. It just looked like whatever. You know how they used to do in the cartoons. They put up splat on the screen when they had Roadrunner would get right back up.
Yeah.
You actually used fabric twice. Ain't that something?
I did. Actually, I think I used it up to 4 times.
Yeah. I'm surprised
it is a surprise.
Because me, I had mine was so big and I needed so many. I just pulled, like I said, I had out florals and it was like whatever comes out is what it is. But that was so funny when I walked past and they had the great blocks on the wall and I'm like,
I know, right? And that's exactly the way she turned to me. That's exactly the way she did it. Yeah, she's like,
I mean,
Kevin.
Is that not today?
That's what she said. Kevin.
And I changed mine with the butterfly, so I wasn't used to seeing it in the regular way anyway.
Right.
That is funny, but it's just amazing what an inch will do. I just went too big.
Well, but you're going to use this for a bed quilt, right?
Remo says she's going to make that quilt. Yeah, I actually am going to use it. I'm going to have it on my bed for spring if I can, I don't quilt my own stuff because I'm quilting everybody else's right now. But that's what I plan to do. So, all right. I need to open this out.
Do you press at the end or do you press rows like now when you're webbing?
Normally what I do is I'll take and split this apart in the middle when I get home. And then I'll press the 2 rows connected. Oh.
Oh my
We are
goodness.
such doofuses.
You
Well, I
know.
am anyway.
No, we both are. Ain't it great to be crazy?
You know, you're just trying to pick up stuff, trying to go to the next step, and it's like, nope, not today.
Not today.
It's coming.
And you all can rest assured we have plenty of projects to keep us busy
Right.
after this shop hop after we found that one last year from Iowa.
Yeah, this is a huge quilt, and it ain't even got the border pieces down here yet.
It is it's beautiful though laid out like that, Misty. It really is.
Oh Lord, I'm gonna be sewing for days. Whew. Oh Lord. Woo Lord. Okay. Blocks.
Blocks.
Border blocks. I got should be 3 different sets of blocks. Hopefully I brought everything. You know how that is too.
I know exactly how that is.
If I didn't bring the corners, that's okay. Which I don't think I did unless they're like hiding in here, but that's okay. That's the least of my worries, the corners. Well, I need them all, don't I? The corners were just wonder. I had a feeling I was going to be leaving something, and I like walked around, spun around, triple checked. And what don't I have?
You're kidding.
Corners.
You're kidding.
I don't. I
Hell,
really
I'll be.
don't. Well, I'll be too.
I'll be like my aunt used to say, I'll swan.
And what was that? This will be. But it ain't an everlasting love when you
Oh
forget
my
stuff.
goodness. They're not chatting today, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, they pretty quiet.
They're quiet as
Melissa
mouses.
LePage ain't in there cutting up. She's the one that be in there cutting up. Melissa LePage.
We're all working or they're taking little afternoon naps. We're the background noise.
Well, I was just so scared to just put these out here without laying them out because I've used my fabrics a lot.
Oh, I hear that.
And I'm already seeing where I've got like
repetition.
repetition. So it's gonna be a while. Let me sit down. I'm not, because you gotta slide down and all this other. It's like, let me.
Hey, I've done that before. What you're doing right now, use that chair and
that's
roll
another
it
reason
around.
I have that stool that don't have a back.
Mm.
I keep using it.
Mm-hmm.
And then trying to find one that the fabrics. See, I just did it again. The fabric is right there.
Well, I felt that way with this one too, but.
And that's why I'm not laying this. I didn't just sew this together, because then I would be mad. I don't want my fabrics touching.
That. You got to be happy.
Got to have.
I understand that. Remo is cooking dinner so she can start getting boho fabric together. She is going to be a head start.
Yeah, they're gonna be done in a week.
Yep.
And we haven't even.
Remo, what kind of fabrics are you using for that background on boho hearts? Lisa Matthews says, you are helping me to keep quilting. I'm quilting on my regular sewing machine and my thread keeps breaking. Oh, I hate it.
Oh my gosh.
I hate it. Have you changed your needle, Lisa? Maybe you need to change your needle. What do you think, Miss T?
She says her thread keeps breaking. She can try. I would try a new needle first.
I would try a new needle and go from there, Lisa. That is very aggravating. Robin Boy, I have not been able to sew a stitch in so long. I am dying to sew. I know that feeling, Robin. Know that feeling very, very well. Teresa McCormick, Kevin, does your niece now do an internship with a veterinary doctor? Yes, it's basically an internship. She'll be working with several different veterinarians and getting, different types of I guess it's training, on the job training. in different techniques and things of that nature. So she'll be working with several different veterinarians in several different areas. Vivian says, go Remo. And Remo says, Kona Sheen Black. Ooh, she's using black. I'm using black with white print. Lisa Matthews, yep, new needle already. Uh-oh. I don't know, Lisa. Have you checked your tension? Have you checked your feed dogs to see that it's feeding through right?
Try rethreading it too.
Yeah, try to rethread your machine. I don't know. Sometimes you can get a thread caught in your guides here at your tension, and that'll cause some problems for you.
And that's got that one, and this got that one, and that one got that one. So I guess we just don't have a choice. Yep, the struggle is real.
We all struggle at different things, that's for sure.
Trying to lay these pieces out. The struggle.
Actually, Lisa, earlier my machine was making a weird stitch, and I was like, well, this is a brand new machine. Why is it? It had wrapped around itself at the needle, so I did have to rethread it down there. And that was a simple fix.
All right. All right, all right, all right. So that's the side. Now I need tipping bottom. Oh my goodness.
Uh-oh.
Kevin, it's your show.
This ain't my show.
Put
No.
Kevin to work.
No,
You
no.
need to talk to these people, Kevin.
What do you want me to say?
Tell them everything.
Everything?
Uh-huh. Everything.
I don't got everything to tell them.
Where you went to school.
Where I went to
What
school.
you ate for breakfast.
Well, I did cook a big breakfast for the family this morning. Yes, I did. We had a good breakfast together. I love entertaining family. Love it, love it, love it. Let's see. Lisa Matthews says, thanks for the tips. Sewing with Loane at Lisa says, check to see how old the thread is. It might be older than you think and now breaking down. That's a good tip. And Remo says, I always wanted a black quilt. I know. Sometimes whenever you change that background, just like with this one, it just makes quilts look different. It just makes them have a different type of contrast, which is really, really nice. Kevin, what has been your favorite layover flight? My home. That is my favorite layover, is my home.
That is ridiculous. He said,
Isn't that ridiculous? It really is. I've been
home.
flying for well over 20 years, and I enjoy my time at home. And I have to be honest, I'm not that happy when I'm not at home. I'm at that point. I'm getting older. I have aging parents that I help out with as much as possible when I am home. And I really worry about them when I'm not close by. So, I love, when I fly, I love the Mid-South area, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee. I love those areas to fly. The people are very, very nice. I'm not one of those tropical people. I'm not into sandy beaches. I'm just not into that. That's not me. I'm more of a mountains type, as you could guess. But anyway, that's mine. Janice is laughing at me. I know, Janice. I'd rather be home sewing. I'll tell you what. That's for sure. I'll be happy to ask Miss T any questions you have about her. I'd love,
enough about me.
I'd love to entertain her with some questions. Send your favorite questions
Enough
so I
about
can
me.
ask Miss T, because I'll tell you what, this woman is working over here. She is paying attention to what she's doing. I'll tell you that.
I'll show them. They're going to be bounced around. So get ready for
Well,
a flight.
but they need to see your process. You know what I'm saying?
They don't need to see my butt in the air, though.
I'll show them that if you want me to.
Everybody put your hands in the air.
Remo's asking about Baltimore. You know, whenever I first came out of training, I was based in Baltimore. And I lived in an apartment with about 12 other flight attendants. And I was much younger then. I mean, there's no doubt about it. And that was quite the experience. That's all I'm going to say about that. That was quite the experience. Yep.
Woo, woo, woo.
Woo, woo, woo.
That one's not going to work.
And you woo, woo, woo. Lisa says, I adjusted my tension and was smooth sailing. Then I ran out of bobbin. Everything is fine now. I know. Wouldn't you like those bobbins that just never end?
Oops.
I saw that meme where a truck was transporting something, cables or something, and they looked like bobbins, and someone said, wouldn't you like for your bobbins to be this big? Yes. Brenda says, my girlfriend's daughter has one more week. She will be based in Boston. Oh, Brenda, is she going through flight attendant training? Wonderful. May I ask for which airline? And see if maybe we're at the same airline?
Oh, Lord.
That's awesome. Remo, you live 20 minutes away. So your home is 20 minutes away, but you're in Ohio helping your father out, right? You're in Ohio currently.
Somebody's butt don't hit your design wall.
Did you leave a print?
No, I took a block. I took a block. See?
Well, now you better put it right back where it belongs.
You don't tell me what to do.
You better.
You are not the boss of me.
Oh my goodness. Here we go, folks.
You are not the boss of me.
Off and running. Off and running.
Remember you said this your show?
Yes, this is the Kevin the Quilter show. Yes.
No, when you told me it was my show, not your show.
It is your show.
But you said it wasn't your show.
It is not my show.
So then therefore you can't tell me what to do.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my word.
I don't know if you all saw the post we did in Facebook, but we were having a good time. Lucy and Ethel at it again.
I don't even know what you're talking about. All I know is I get abused.
Brenda's apologizing for something she forgot. I don't know what she's talking about.
I'm always kind.
Sewing with Luane, I broke down and buy a gross of pre-win bobbins, so always have one ready to go. Well, if it works for you, then you do that. Yeah. Craft with love. It's always interesting to know how people got started in quilting. Yes, it is. Craft with love. And Quilt Gal says, I live 55 miles from Bewee in Philly. Oh, really? So you're right there in the middle, Quilt Gal. You know, I do enjoy Philly overnight. I've gotten out and looked around, but I'll tell you what, there are no quilt shops to be found in Philly unless it's changed. There was one, and they closed pretty quick after they opened. And I know they're in the outlying and in New Jersey, but there's none in Philly that you could go to on an overnight. So
I'm coming back.
Here she comes, folks. It's T of Teaquilts. Here she is. Oh, woo!
Oh my God.
Come on, ride the train.
I was joking, but I wouldn't. My back from bending over that whole time.
Oh my word.
Good Lord. All right, we finna go on a bumpy ride, guys.
It's a bumpy ride sometimes.
Hold on. Alrighty. And I'm not gonna be able to see what you see. So, oh God.
Here she goes.
I'm showing everything. So
everything.
right here is what I'm currently working on. Can I turn this camera around? Let me see. Hold on.
You're just showing everybody everything.
I'm showing everything. I told you. Let me see if I can turn this around. We got stuff you can't see yet.
That's hilarious.
But you don't see them. Oh, here it is. Right there. So the center part is laid out, and what I've been doing is just laying out all of these border blocks, except that I left the corners at home, so I have no idea what the corners look like. I may have to remake the corners.
You want me to cut some fabric and you make the corners?
No, I'm okay. And so I've been laying out all of these corners.
Isn't that beautiful?
And trying to make sure that they don't match. So that's another corner. Over there is another corner. So just trying to lay these pieces out so that the same fabric isn't touching. I've used my fabric quite a few times because I made this quilt so much bigger. And I was just using up stacks of fabrics that I had laying out. So this is what I have been working on with Not Today.
Not today.
All right. So I'm going to turn you all back. Put you back in position. See if I can get this
stuff over there. Look at that.
Showing what?
You showed everything.
Hey.
Everything. You know I don't care.
You could have been in charge of the
You know I don't care.
camera.
Oh, yeah.
Why they both go out? Oh.
Did you hit something up there?
You know what happened? I'm sorry, guys. You know what happened when I took you all off the stand? When I took you all off the stand, that took the receiver out. So we don't do that again. You all could see, but you couldn't hear. But you should have been able to hear me, but not Kevin. And they're saying the camera is fuzzy. I don't see that. I think I was moving the camera more than anything when it might have been fuzzy. I think I was moving the camera. Now you got a green button? Did you hit the power button in the back? Okay, you need to learn how to operate your mic, sir. So you don't have any power.
I don't.
So the back of it is where you cut it on. So once I took it out, it took the power off. If it's flashing green, then you are on pause. Your mic is on pause. So you can pause the mic. If it's solid green, you're talking. We got new upgraded mics, and so we're both learning the new mic. So
she's learning. Sorry. I'm just participating. I don't know nothing about no technology. Nothing.
And then when I put it back in, it had cut the mics off because it lost reception to the connector. Which, if I wanted it to do that at home, it would be on, and the mics would be dead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you wanted to, it wouldn't, and you didn't want it to, it would. Murphy's Law.
So we're learning, guys. We're learning. All I'm doing is putting one of these labels on these borders on the row, the blocks, before I pick them up. So I need bottom. Is that the wrong one?
Bottom.
I need from the top to the bottom, the bottom to the top. Going into the rap song.
Ma'am.
That's an old one. I don't remember all the words either. I don't remember that one.
T, is that your 4-star general up on the design wall?
Well, you have to answer him. I don't know.
Well, you got a mic?
I don't have a mic. You took all power away
Actually,
from me.
T made that for me. That's she made that, and she's giving it to me.
That's why he's not finishing it.
That's why I'm not finishing my version.
I just came on. Maybe I brought virus with me. That's Queenie. Still no sound. No sound. No sound. No sound. Oh, goodness. Okay.
Okay. I will never hear those words and not think of Iowa again.
Cynthia's still saying no sound. I got my mic on, so it should be some sound.
Can you see green on mine?
Yep, I see green on yours.
Okay.
Do we? Yeah, they say we're back.
I can hear.
Kevin says he can hear. He cut it up. All right. We have some sound.
You know, I think that's a delay, maybe. You know what I mean?
Sorry, guys. Let me pick these blocks up so I can sew them in a row.
I'm just in the mood to sew these all day long. I don't know why, but I am.
I won't get all my border blocks.
Probably because I know that I'm not going to be able to sew for a while because of other obligations.
You just need to get to work. You're going to be up in the middle of the night. Your sleep hours is sewing hours, sir.
Right, I know. Man, I got a good night's sleep last night.
I'm over here trying to use the knee lift, and I'm all the way over the cord moving, but not this presser foot.
She loves a knee lift.
That's why I had to go back to some, I'm spoiled with high-end sewing machines. I like features.
She loves some features.
Did I tell you I got a new sewing? Well, I got a new to me sewing machine.
Excuse me? No, you did not. And we've been traveling how long this past week? You never said one word.
It didn't happen until Thursday night when I was with my 98-year-old Quilter.
we have a agreement.
Okay.
I've been on. I had mentioned to her like a couple years ago that I'm in Facebook Marketplace because I'm trying to get different brands of machines that I
Right.
don't have, so that I can say that I've sold on it or tested it, like it, blah blah blah. But I'm not trying to pay,
Right.
for an electronic model. So I'm looking
Right.
for older versions.
Right.
And she contacted me about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, saying that she had the FOF. I want a FOF and a Janome.
Oh, okay.
And said that she had a FOF that she had bought from her friend passed. And so she bought that machine. She had given it to her daughter, and her daughter has since passed. I had quilted the quilt that her daughter made. And that was the one where the daughter had picked the quilting design, and then she passed before I had even finished. I was actually quilting it because I'm telling you to pick your quilt design. At that point, your quilt's loaded, ready to go.
Right.
And before I could even get it off, like within 2 days,
oh gosh,
the daughter passed. But at least we both know that she picked the quilting design.
Yes.
And but she had given that machine to her daughter. She had it serviced when she gave it to her, so she's hoping that everything's still fine with it. But I'm just gonna quilt and finish. She never finishes her quilts. I finish. Her eyesight is really bad.
Well.
So I'm gonna finish 2 baby quilts that she started.
Well, tell us about the machine though. She gave you the machine.
I don't know a whole lot about it because all I did was just look in it, and I went and downloaded the manual online, and it's a false quilt expression, and I can't tell you what year it is, like maybe 2020, the number 2024. They have numbers on them. I want to say that's the number, but I'll update people once I look at it. But I just
sure.
I thought I didn't get a chance to talk to you because you've been busy.
I have been busy. Ever since we got back, it's been nonstop. It really, really has. Nonstop. And for all those people out there that take care of your parents, I admire you, and you're doing a good work. It's not easy.
Kathleen Champ says, "Hey, Kev, why don't you sew those all day long?"
What a great idea. I don't know why I didn't think of that for myself, Kathleen.
Hey, Kathleen Champ.
That's funny.
Boss him around, girl. Boss him around.
Oh, my word.
Help me out.
And once again, we were mistaken for husband and wife most everywhere we went. One was saying, well, get his wallet out.
Remo says she has 3 FOFs. Ain't that something?
They said, hit him where it hurts.
Right. Just buy everything you want. I'm like, I don't think it's working like that. Hasn't worked so far. We both hit a hole. At this point, we were husband and wife. We have to.
Oh my!
We'd have had to, like, one of us would have had to go.
Where would we keep all our stuff? How would we tell it apart?
We ain't got any extra money if both of us spending money.
Right.
But I know my husband probably look at them haul videos, and he probably be shaking his head. But he understands about, part of it is tax write-off too. Right. So.
And he's a good man to understand our friendship and going out like that. He's a very good man. He's my friend.
Oh my God, here we go.
Ain't ya? He's my friend.
Who's your friend?
Ben's my friend.
Really?
Yes. He called to check. He called to check on me.
Oh my God.
While I was gone on the shop.
Oh my God! But you didn't even know he had called though.
Well, I didn't want you to feel left out or something.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay. I got you, boo.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And then we got to harass, who.
Cynthia said, don't stress. I can hear now. Okay, so she was saying she could hear. Remo got a creative 1.5 and ambition 2.0 and expression 720. I literally sewed through my finger a couple days ago. Oh, Lord.
Is that the one that was on your channel saying that?
Started sewing, machine sewing okay, but started throwing up codes and then started sewing backwards. I'm telling you.
Oh, my God.
That singer
$99.60 or whatever that funny number is. That sucker sold backwards. Oh, I tell you though, prayer and hold back panic. I repaired it. Wait a minute. In it, the quantum. It's a quantum. See? Uh-huh. You got to be careful. I hope it ain't no 99.60. Because I'm telling you, that joker back sold on me.
Didn't Claudette say it even did on her retreat? Or
I don't know
not?
if it... Oh, I think she said it did, and then she cut it off. And I said, that's funny, because it has not done it in, like, since COVID. Because remember, I had my friend... She needed a sewing machine. She talking about she couldn't sew. It was one of my customers I long gone for, and I said, you can get one of my machines. I can. So I took her to Singer because it had been sewing right for me when I was on the lives, and I said, this is great because it'll be somebody sewing on it on a daily basis. She had that machine for about 3 or 4 months. Didn't sew backwards once on her. I got it back, sewed with it when I got it back from her, thinking it'll, do it again. It did not. It did not.
Well,
it does it on its own accord. You cannot make me. I got this real close together. See how I didn't see that? But I'm gonna go anyway.
I have that too, T.
I hate it.
Well, I do
I hate it. I hate it.
I know. Where is it? That I see. Look how close those are.
I hate it. It's on the bottom though. Thank God. I don't have to look at it up at the top.
Well, there's so much going on. You're so scrappy that it's going to be hard. I know you can, but
I hate it.
Someone else sing it ain't going
to. I am going to shoot the fabric.
I ain't even going there. Not even gonna go there. Nope. Not gonna do that.
What are you not gonna do?
I ain't going there.
Do you have anything you want to say?
Nope. I ain't going there. Not gonna go there. Not today.
How was your mental health?
Well, I spent a lot of time on the road with someone who worked in mental health.
You never know it though.
The past week. And I mean, we talked a lot about mental health.
Oh, did we?
Yes, we did.
Oh.
We sure did.
Oh. Really?
We sure did.
Was it interesting?
It was extremely interesting.
Oh my.
Extremely interesting.
Crap with Love says, Kevin, I'm with you by being in the mountains. You must have said something about the mountains.
Oh, when you left, yeah, I was talking about I'm not a beach person.
Oh, okay. I was over there putting the blocks down. But I'm happy
you were?
To help.
Okay. I thought you left.
But I'm happy to help, brother. I don't know why you didn't think it odd, Kevin, but I'm happy to help, brother. When you was talking about the when she repeated that you said you could sew them all day.
Oh, Kathleen, you're crazy.
Yes, that's why I'm telling you it's the same machine. Oh, so it is that 99. She says, but I can share how to fix it anytime because I didn't give up. Really easy, but it took an hour or two to figure out again. So, girl, send it to me in a email. I'm interested because I want to make sure it just don't happen because that's dangerous if it's gonna.
Yes.
I didn't know it was that bad. Going backwards like that.
You know what I thought about the other day? I want to know if Claudette finished her stack and whack from retreat. Because now hers was absolutely gorgeous. I'd like to know if Carla Ford finished hers. I haven't seen Carla in a while on here. Claudette, if you're still here, did you finish your stack and whack? And if you did, would you be willing to share a picture of it on T's Facebook group? Because I'd love to see that one.
That's terrible, that machine doing that. Kathy says, quilting is what keeps my mental healthy.
Yep.
My mental health healthy.
I agree.
Okay, so I just took this off the bottom. And we're just going to
stitch these. Choo-doop-doo-doop. So apparently the deadbeat quilter said that hers was nested up and the needle was getting stuck. You might want to make sure your needle's inserted right too.
Right.
On that one. I find on the industrial machines, that needle need to be in there right.
Oh, definitely.
And then make sure that your bobbin isn't moved a little. So put your bobbin on and then take it back off. Because that's what it did for me.
Yeah.
Remember, it was sewing crazy?
Mm-hmm.
I thought I had moved it enough. I didn't move it enough. It looked like it was in position, but it wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah, they're persnickerty. Yeah.
Oh, she says she needs to show me in a video chat. My text don't always come out properly. Okay. We can do that. I don't even know where I got that machine stored right now. Ain't that crazy? I don't know if it's in my closet or downstairs.
It's okay.
Because I got so many rooms.
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't have that many, do you?
About somewhere around 15 something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I only use, I know 2 I don't use at all. That's my grandmother's machine and the treadle.
Mm-hmm.
One of these days I'm going to do the treadle. I have the concept in my head of how it works.
Right.
But trying to tell my feet to do that is a whole nother issue.
Well, yeah, I need to get my treadle up and running.
I need to have power go out and there's nothing else to do. And then I can roll it on outside on a sunny day and just start sewing. That's what I need.
I can see your neighbors looking. What's she doing? What's she out there doing?
I don't care about them neighbors. Okay. Trying to get all these things in line so I don't have to do this again. Lay out stuff because this thing is huge. It's going to be 100 by 100. I don't have that kind of floor space at home. And this is the left. But I got to move the tag and put it on the other end. But we'll worry about that when it's sewed. And we'll do all the pressing later. Because I'm not sewing them on. I got to sew the rows. But you know, this quilt's just about a doner.
Isn't that a nice feeling?
Mm-hmm. All I gotta do is sew 3 rows back there together, and it'll be done. But I need the border. Was the problem?
I'll be feeling real good.
And now I got the corners.
General.
And do the corners? Yeah, they do diagonally touch. So I guess I have to pay some attention. But hey, the majority of it will be done. So, you know, when I got to the borders, it was like I was using the last of my stuff. So I gotta, you know, just repeat it. So
were you able to get rid of a lot of stuff?
Huh?
Of the florals?
In your
stash?
I cut up. Well, this was just what was out. Okay. I got a whole toy box from IKEA, the kid-sized toy box under my long arm that's filled with floral and then probably overrunning into another one. Okay. This was just what was out. I didn't go pull anything.
Well, I don't have any fabric. Can I come shopping at your house?
I don't either. Come all out.
You're all out, huh? Mm-hmm. Well,
just one quilt did it.
Ain't that something?
Just one quilt.
Ain't that something? Mm-hmm.
Even the new stuff I bought.
That is really something.
All the new stuff is gone. I was like, oh, I wish I had some fabric.
Oh.
I think I'm going to go shop hopping and get some fabric.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, I let you out of your contract.
Shaquita says everybody's Kevin's friend.
Aw. Aw, thank you, Shaquita. I like to be friends with everyone. But I let Miss T out of her contract to go shop hopping by herself so she can finish if she wants to. Because I just don't see me being able to finish at all the state shop hop as much as I really would like to. I really
probably
would.
need to go buy some fabric. I'm all out.
Well, you probably do. And you probably could get more done without me and my shenanigans.
What shenanigans do you have?
Miss T, did you see this? I'm over there in the shop. Miss T! Miss T, did you see?
And that's why they think we married. I'm like, you're not shopping. I told you about that. Stop shopping for me.
Yeah, she says I'm shopping for. That's what a good friend does when he or she sees something.
All I need to know is where the clearance rack is. That's all I need to know from you. Other than that,
yeah.
Don't go showing me stuff.
You know, your friend bought you some stuff too.
Who is your friend? Who is?
I don't got no friends.
Well, apparently.
They say everybody's Kevin's friend.
Shaquita's my friend.
Oh, is it?
Shaquita is my friend.
Rose Jackson was so nice. She was texting me that we didn't have any sound.
Oh.
Okay. Clear all this stuff.
All right, they're pretty quiet today in this
They
chat.
are
What
so
time
quiet
is it?
today.
2:34.
Yeah.
I got to get these last borders sewed.
They are so quiet.
This
today.
is the bottom.
What's wrong with you all being so quiet? They're busy little bees.
They're sewing up a storm.
They are sewing up a storm, working before winter comes.
Okay, that's left.
Busy little bees.
This is right. Not you being right. But
Right.
This is right.
I would have never thought anything else. You better not mess that quilt top up I got laid out. Because if you do...
You know what, boo?
Goodness.
It'll be all right. It'll be okay. Quit fussing at me.
The debt-free quilter says, sorry, I don't have the energy to heckle today. Well, come on.
Who is she heckling?
Kathleen Champ, I ask you, Kev, without your shenanigans, what fun would that be? Okay.
Oh, what fun would that be?
Without my shenanigans. See, they like my shenanigans.
Yeah, it's time or two. I just turn around and just look at them. That's why I pulled out the camera last time. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Yes, she did. She did. Well, no.
At first, I had put the camera up and I wasn't recording because I thought maybe if I just pull the camera up, he'll stop. But no, he kept going.
You know what? When you're on a roll.
Are you? And then asked, "Are you recording me?" I said yes. And then when he finished, I said, "I wasn't really recording you, just so you know." And I wasn't. He didn't think he thought I was telling the
lied.
tale. But then the second time when he's cutting up, I put it up there again, and he just assumed because I didn't record him the first time that he was okay, but he was not.
Well, you know.
He was not. I got him that time.
But I will say this, and Miss T's going to disagree, but it's okay. I do think we travel very well together.
We do. We do.
I do enjoy traveling with Miss T. I do.
Okay. This is the left border.
And I still see Miss T whenever that lady was talking about that clearance fabric in that one shop. And she goes and finds her. Miss T just lowers her head and says, "Don't tell me that." But they weren't your fabrics. They were my fabrics.
The ones that were on that $4 rack.
Yes.
Yeah. They were more
Mhm.
reproduction.
That was funny.
So I was
though.
glad I got out
It
of
was
that.
it was just her reaction to that. It would just crack me up.
So I stayed with the $6 rack.
Yep. Kevin, do you like your new machine from Cynthia? Yes, I do. I really do. I'm surprised at how well I like it, to be quite honest. Because I was a hardcore vintage machine person. Singer Featherweight's my best friend. 301, really good friend. But I am glad that I invested in this and I am enjoying working on it. So
Yeah, you ain't pulled that featherweight back. Is it over there on that table?
I threw it away.
You did not throw a
I
featherweight
threw it away.
You
I just threw it away.
Do you still have 2 of the black
Yes.
featherweights?
No, black and white. One of each.
So did you sell one or?
No, I've only had 2. I have a Spartan that's similar to a featherweight. That's what you may be thinking about.
No.
No.
The one you just recently got. Well, not recently, but
talking
last
about?
year.
Huh?
Last year.
I didn't get a featherweight last year. What are you talking about? Am I missing something?
Diana's.
I didn't buy that for me. I bought that for a friend.
I thought you said you were going to keep it.
No.
That's what you thought.
Well, I didn't. I didn't. If I said it, I didn't do it. I'm sorry. I didn't realize. Yes, you're right. I did. You're right. I did. But no, I did not keep it. No. I know she's sitting there looking like I'm
like, huh?
I'm like, what are you talking about?
Like, dude, I sold you.
I saw you.
Wait, I'm like,
I did it. I did the transaction.
Kevin, do you like Kathleen?
They're quiet today, Miss T.
Oh, Tiffany came in and says, hey, T and Kevin, I'm very late, been working hard today.
Hey, Tiffy Poo.
Hey. Also, the debt-free quilter's name must be Heather.
Oh.
So we can call her Heather now.
So the debt-free quilter's name is Heather?
Well, Tiffany said hi, Heather, when she said hi to her.
Hey, Heather. Do we call you debt-free or Heather now? Debt-free or Heather?
I'm gonna call her Heather.
Well, I'm trying to get her to type. She said she didn't feel like typing on there.
Oh, you just gonna harass her to type.
I'm gonna heckle her to type. Debt-free, is it Heather or debt-free? She says whichever. Whichever.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna call her debt-free Heather then.
That is funny.
Debt-free Heather you have been dubbed debt-free Heather.
All right. How many? Oh, I got that one down there. I'm like, how many more of these do I have? I'll be trying to, when you're trying to keep stuff in order, you got to pay attention. Must pay attention. So what are you working on, Tiff? This is right. This is left.
Debt-free, I always answer to that on the plane. Hey, you.
Okay. I'm still over here waiting on the thing to lift up. My knee lift. I may have to just put me a sign up here and go, you do not have a knee lift. Why are you over there waltzing with a piece of fabric? You are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. All right, I'm working on the third border here, so I'm trying to get all of these border pieces so before I leave out of here today.
She can do it. She can do it. Yes, she can. Yes, she can.
Okay, that's one. This one right here is number 2. And I think I turned it upside down. And I don't have them marked. I did it again. I did it before. I've got 3 spots.
She did it again.
I got 3 spots where they're diagonally across from each other. But it is what it is, okay?
Get her done.
If I would not have laid these out, it would be worse. They would be touching.
Get her done.
I quit.
Sometimes you gotta let go and let God.
Like I said, it's a quilt I'm going to use. It's not a show quilt. Maybe.
I bet
it won't. This will not be hanging with fabrics.
You won't put it in
not fabrics that close.
Show?
It would bother me.
Really?
Every time I walk down the aisle. Oh my God! Look at that crap.
Okay, so this is a good question. When you were a quilt judge, did that come into play?
No.
If it was a scrap quilt?
I never saw it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Either they just used like up to 10 fabrics and you knew it was 10, you know.
Right.
But I didn't knock off for that because that was not it wasn't a category, and it didn't come to 2 quilts at the end that one had it and one didn't. So no. This is something that's a personal thing.
I understand that.
On my quilts and my quilts only.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't do that to anybody else's quilt. It's just me. All right. Now we got to do the top. That's the right. And then we'll be done.
I'm just over here pressing these units I've been working
sort of
on.
kind of done. But not really, really done. Why you want to press?
It's a pressing matter. That's what it is. It's a pressing
It'll quilt out.
I'll tell you what, I love it when blocks line up and you get it flat as a flitter.
Tiffany says she was painting today with Scott, but it's been raining here off and on, so it was making the job all muggy to do. Yeah. I hate that. Heather says it will still be beautiful, Miss T. So, yep. Yeah, if you don't, you ain't going to be paying attention to it, just like Kevin said at that point. But it's just one of those things. And then I left my corners at home, and I knew that was going to happen. But, it is what it is. I put this one on the floor just so I can get it in the right order.
Do you have a California king bed, Miss T?
Nope. I normally make 96-inch square quilts for my queen bed. So this is only 4 inches bigger. And it would have some draw up.
Well, sure.
In the quilting process.
Right.
And
when the seams aren't sewn, though, it looks just ginormous.
Woo, woo, woo.
It's beautiful, though.
All right.
Beautiful. I'm so glad you added those butterflies. It really adds
to the white spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I can't wait to quilt them in too,
Right. Yeah. To add that little.
And I'm gonna just use a all over floral and butterfly panto.
There you go.
Just to keep it simple, and then I'm gonna have that black thread come back in and make those stamens.
Yes.
Yep, I want them to stand out. I want them to be butterflies in the midst of flowers.
There you go. Just out there. And...
Let's go back to see where I left off. Kathleen says, so I need info on embroidery machines. If anyone has thoughts, I'm going to start making labels. That's the plan anyway, but I need to be informed on machine details. Don't want to buy a bad machine. I think the easiest machine to embroider on is a baby lock. You can basically cut the thing on, punch in what you need, and go. The Berninas have a little bit more. They're a little bit more steps you got to do. You got to have a PhD in the Bernina to run Vanina machines sometimes. And then they call everything different from the industry standard to be different. So that's another thing. I like Vanina, don't get me wrong, but you know, it was I was like, as I was reading, going, yeah, that's not gonna happen. I am not gonna call a hump jumper or something else. I don't know what they'll call it. It was too much. It's a hump jumper. Hi Diane 57 saying hi T and Kevin. I forgot you were doing this today. Yep, we did drawings, we did birthday drawings, we did 4-star general drawings. So we're done with that. We're about to end. It's getting close to 3. I'm just trying to finish off this last border. That's all. That's all. So the whole time I had, when I was talking on the thing, I guess they couldn't hear me, I guess, at all. Because I would have thought they heard me with because I took the thing out, unless I left it in there. I thought I took it all out. So that's all a learning curve. I thought I would have been heard on my regular mic of the, the iPad.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 bump, bump, bump. Lots of bumps.
You hit a few of those.
All righty. The not today is getting close to being the end of day.
What are we gonna do after we're done with this not today? That for our
we're gonna work on Christmas stuff, like like we're gonna work on bowl cozies. So you're going to have to come up with something about the bowl cozies.
Okay, well. That's gonna take some thinking about.
Tonight I am doing a haul.
You're doing a haul?
Yep.
From what? It's a surprise.
No. I am going to show it before I put it all up, though. I want to... Back to my 98-year-old quilter.
Oh, my goodness. Did she bless you?
She gave me fabric, too.
Oh.
She let me go in. You know what? You know what's the hardest thing to do? Well, I don't know. I guess some quilters probably get so happy they're getting fabric and go crazy. But when somebody is alive and they're moving, or they're at that age and they decide that they're giving their stuff away, and they picked you to be a chosen one to say, go and pick some stuff out. And then it was like, I didn't want to pick out a whole lot. And she kept saying, you haven't looked in the reds. You haven't looked in the purples. And I'm like, I got enough. It's like, oh, let me move my chair so you can get over here. I'm in your way. And it's like,
aww.
And so then I kept, and then every piece, because she was keeping some of her stash. And so every piece that I picked, because I said, and something, I'm just conscious of people, feelings, the right thing. And something just told me to ask her. I said, have you gone through your fabric to know what you want to keep yet? And she says, no.
Oh.
And so every piece of fabric that I put up, I put it in her hand so she could look at it and see if she wanted that piece of fabric. And she kept about 3 or 4 pieces that I put in my hand, because she has a plan for another quilt that she needs to make.
She's 98.
98.
Ain't that something?
And to me, it's very difficult for me to go through somebody's stash, even if I was buying it while they're alive, knowing that things are changing in their life. And so, but I still walked out with a Trader Joe bag, because she was determined that I was going to get stuff. And I had another bag. So I got like 2 bags of stuff. And then I also got her quilt that I got to finish, the baby quilt, and the sewing machine.
Well, how quick is she moving?
She walks pretty good. Like, you mean?
No, like, isn't she relocating or something?
Oh, she said the beginning of the year, because she wanted to spend the last Christmas at her house.
Aw.
her, not the last Christmas, but she
No,
wanted to
yeah,
spend this
right.
Christmas.
Mhm.
But what I had to commend her on was that most times when she said, I asked her, I said, are you being forced to move? Because this is a good question. Are you being forced to move? Is this a decision that you've made?
Yeah.
And she says, this is a decision that I made. She said, I told my children a long time ago, because she's the only one living in St. Louis now.
Oh, really? Okay.
And so she said that she told them that if I think she had 3 children, one passed. And she said she told them that if she ever felt like she couldn't make it by herself, that she would know when it was time. And she says that she just decided that it was time.
Well,
and I say, well, that's good, because I worked in mental illness, and when we had geriatrics that we moved that didn't want to be moved, because that's how placements go, within 6 months, I'd say about 80% of those geriatrics have passed. You cannot, being a senior citizen at a certain age is a mental health issue. And you can't just move people if they're not wanting to move. You got to get them gradually to get into it. And the same thing happened with my grandmother.
Oh.
She didn't want to move out of her house. She wanted to pass in her house. They moved her, and she died within a week.
Ain't that something?
Mm-hmm. And it had nothing to do with them moving her. She couldn't take care of herself anymore. And they didn't want to move out of their houses. They all lived in the same neighborhoods. They were just moving her to that it was a safer environment for her. Because she kept falling. And even though it was the best decision for her, she wasn't mentally ready for it. She never wanted it. She had lived in that house, her whole married life, divorced life. And she had said it.
Right.
And when she got out, it didn't take a week.
Yeah.
So, you got to be careful moving seniors around when they're not ready. And I kind of knew it was going to happen, but by the time I found out that she had been moved, it was like 2 days maybe before she passed. Because you're in the middle of doing the work. You ain't got time to notify, all the way down to the grandkids that somebody been moved.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Interesting quilts on the wall from Diane. Late to the party is Bev Dixon. Stephanie Harris is here.
Hey, Steffi.
We talked about 4-star general. Stephanie, you weren't a winner this time. Hey, T and Kevin and everyone, she says.
Hey.
Hubby's WBC is up to 4.8. Good. God is good.
Yes, he is all the time.
So thumbs up. Yeah. I'm trying to drum up some energy to make supper for the minions. Said it ain't working. That's Heather. Tiffany says, okay, I'm still watching, but leaving the chat to get some more stuff done. Memory bears and keepsakes are here.
I've never seen that one before.
Me either. Welcome to the channel.
Welcome to the channel.
Mom and Pop Quilts is here saying, hello, you beautiful peoples.
Hello,
hello. Her name's Brenda. No, her name is not. What is her name? I'm blocking her name right now. I'm having issues today. It was a great live stream this morning. Mom and Pop Quilt Shop, thank you for all of your efforts. Brenda says, I was lucky I got to have lunch with son and grandson. That's pretty cool. Laura Lee, isn't it? Laura Lee. Yeah. S-E-L-L, Laura Lee. I keep forgetting because I'm in and out. So sometimes I miss the Laura Lynn. All right. Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much. Because I have forgotten the So Very Easy lady's name too. And I'm like, I just missed the fun part. Like I'm getting situated. She said, he, no worries. Yeah. T, if there's any mental health issues, you shouldn't move them. It's the familiarity that helps them stay intact mentally. So sad, saw my gram deteriorate so fast after her move. Yeah. And a lot of people just don't know that. And that's,
Right.
a lot of people don't understand mental health, and they think it's all like psychotic behavior that's mental health, and it's not. It's so many things that affect your mental health. And like I said, just aging, because there was nothing like medically wrong with the geriatrics in our center. We just had geriatric wards. And then at one point they decided that they were moving all geriatrics into private nursing homes, not even mental health nursing homes, just private nursing homes. And that was the worst statistics for survival that I've ever seen in my life.
Isn't that awful?
And most people don't know, like when they decided to move her, I mean, nobody they wouldn't ask me. First of all, I'm not a clinical person, but I am a research analyst. So I deal with numbers.
You know the reasons behind.
And even still, I did work with our clients. I made it my business to communicate with our clients, and I was gathering information behind the scenes. Like I go play cards with them. And then
nice.
while we were there, I would just be doing casual conversations, and they didn't know that casual conversation was me collecting data.
Right.
They even taught me how to play BidWiz. So you'll just be surprised. So I did not take care of mentally ill consumers, but I advocated for better conditions for them through my reports.
Right.
If I saw that a particular client had fallen like 3 times in a week, nursing doesn't know that because they got different shifts. They got different people with different on and off days. I know that. I got everybody's data. Right. And so I was advocate, and I'd be going, what are you all doing about such and such before he has that 4th fall?
Right.
So yay, yippee darn skippy! Woo! Okay. We're nowhere near finished. But what I have done is what I tell you all the time is piece reduction. I have taken 16 great blocks, and I've got 3 rows to sew because they're all in rows. And now I have taken 8 times 4 is 32 border blocks, and they're all sewn into 4 borders, and I got them all tagged with where they go. So now I just got to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I've got to add the corners on the top and bottoms. So 8, 9. I've got 9 more seams to do, and I'm done with this ginormous quilt here. So we don't know. We might work on, I don't know what we're working on tonight, but we're going to show you what I got from my quilter. We'll show that. I'm going to pick up all these borders and wrap them up. This is top, this is bottom.
Such pretty fabric.
I always put my left and right on first. Just something I like. Why, thank you, sir.
You're welcome, Mom.
You say who?
Mom.
Mom.
I'm being very
I'm not your mom.
Professional, Mom. You're getting a phone call.
Hello. I'm live on my chat on YouTube. So she talking about what high YouTubers. Did you need anything? I can call you back in a few minutes. Okay, bye. I just want to make sure because she's calling me. That's my daughter, she's expecting. So I wanted to make sure nothing was going on. That's the only reason I answered.
We about drove her nuts on this shop.
Well, she was driving us nuts too.
we were coming up with names from the cities and counties we were driving through.
And she actually liked the name of one we made up,
Yes,
but I
she
don't know if
did.
I don't think she's gonna do it. But she said she liked a couple of them.
Can you believe that she does not like the name Kavina? Can you believe that?
Oh, I forgot to tell you when I told that to Tom. He go, I like the name Kavina. I said, oh Lord, I'm gonna have to tell Kevin this. Oh Lord, here we go.
I can't believe she didn't like Kavina, and I mean, she was angry about it.
Right?
She was angry.
She started typing in all caps.
She's like, Kevin.
And she was not nice in her response either. We can't even tell you what she said.
Oh my goodness. I'm just being, I think it's a beautiful little name.
Of course you think it's a beautiful name. So I gotta go sew these rows. I'm gonna press first though. So I doubt we work on this because who's got time to press when I get home and gotta do
It's a pressing matter.
Tonight's live. I gotta get home. Sometimes I stop at Sam's on the way home. But I don't think I'm gonna be doing that today. One last trip to the floor. So everything's ready to be sewn. Like I said, another 10 seams. And it's a dunner. So it's nice. You know, I started with a gazillion pieces. I haven't even counted how many pieces this is. Did I count these?
I don't know.
Let's see. It's 892 pieces.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. I did count them because after I kept sewing, I'm like, how many pieces is this?
Right?
Ooh, that fabrics are pretty. That white with the black.
You like it?
Uh-huh. Oops,
Yeah,
I lost my
liking it
live
too.
chat.
Uh-oh. We can't have that.
Diane says, if I were moved to a nursing home, I would not want to live. Queenie says, my dad was an anomaly. He had to move as diabetes took his feet, but in his wheelchair, he traveled up and down hallways and sang in every room. That's nice. And she said daily he kept other lives happy, thus was happy. And that's awesome. And that's awesome. And that was great because I got a YouTuber I watch where he's lost. It's so weird because when he was in the doctor's office and they're telling them what they're going to do, they had him like having the majority of his leg, like they were going to cut right below the knee. And then when he came out, they had cut above the knee and even went up high in the thigh. So he lost a lot of leg. And, you know, you need as much of that for balance.
Right.
But he's doing very good. So that's great. It's great to hear that this happened for somebody else, that they've lost their legs and he lost his feet, but this person lost all the way up in the middle of his thighs and he's still surviving and happy. So
I just hate hearing that kind of stuff.
Thumbs up to show your love and support from Remo. Thank you, ma'am. T, when is this grandbaby coming? Woohoo. And she says, I love your quilt. That's June. Going to be born early January. So it's a lot of prep going on now because baby shower is going to be early November because we don't want to be trying to have a shower in December and Christmas month when people are having Christmas parties, and we don't want it close to Thanksgiving. So we're doing early November for her shower. And then we're going to start getting her baby room set up, and because it's got to get painted and all that kind of stuff.
Well, you want all that ready for when the baby's
and then we don't have to worry about trying to pull people close to Christmas because this baby's coming right. It could come the end of December, you know, even earlier in January. It's like the first week of January. So it could come in December, technically. So, yeah. We're excited. Well, she's excited, and I'm just being dragged along, I guess.
Well, I mean, it's
She's scaring me with you need to have a crib at your house. I'm like, why do I need a crib at my house?
Gigi gonna take care of some babies here.
We can do I can bring the bassinet if it's the baby and all of that kind of stuff. I don't need a whole crib. I don't want to be a full-time I can't be a full-time babysitter. I've told her that already. The great thing is my daughter works from home, so
yeah,
that's the great thing. So I love children. I just don't want to take care of them 24/7.
well,
I'm over that.
Yeah,
I was watching
you did that once.
Well, I did my nephew just so it had to be 2016. My niece worked across town, and her son got out of school. He went to school right around the corner from where I live. We live in the same subdivision. And so I would go get him because I still didn't let him walk because I don't think, young kids should be walking if somebody can get them. So there was no way I was going to wait for him to show up. And I feel like they don't have a good sense of direction because they playing and having a good time. Especially when it's not their house. It's not his house. Especially when it first started. So then once you get in the routine, you just stay with the routine.
Sure.
So I would walk and go get him every day and bring him back to my house. So, and he was good for about 2 weeks before he started, looking into things. And I looked up and he was up there trying to mess with the long arm. I said, "Oh Lord, he want me to kill him." And I was really good. I just told him not to mess with it. And then I called his mom and I said, you need to talk to him about, he can't go messing with the big machine. And she said she had already told him about that. And she said, whatever you need to do, just make sure you do whatever needs to be done so he doesn't mess with it. But he ended up, once I talked with him, he was okay. But he was just sneaky. He was a good boy, but he was sneaky. He was always into something. I leave and come back and he into something else. Yeah, it's going to be great to be a grandma. I think I'm going to be a Gigi.
She's going to be a Gigi. I love it.
Quilt in the floor works for grandbabies. Oh, quilt in the floor. Yeah. And I have made quilts that had like really thick padding in them, but they're not quilts. And I had to tell people when I give them to them, this is like when you go out and you work, you put babies on those changing pad things in the bathrooms. Sometimes they're cold.
Yeah.
And it goes through a regular receiving blanket. And I made that type of stuff. And then I have roll and then tie, but I put like foam or fusible fleece, 2 layers or something, so that it was really thick. And I had to tell them, do not put this on the baby. It is not a quilt. That is not what this is. So I have done that before.
Did you see what Rose put?
Or Grandma.
That
just came
That's
through.
What I'm going to start calling her.
June says, I haven't seen so many people neglected in nursing homes. I've seen the caretakers that don't do their jobs. Yes, you have to change diapers, but they know that going. Yeah. And that's one of the first things that we give when they came and worked in mental health. We put them into the areas where they had to do full care, because if you can't do that and you get pulled from another ward where you don't do it, people quit then. It's like, if you're going to quit early. So,
yeah.
So there are some people that really, truly love seniors, and they take very good care of them. And you'll probably have about 3 of those workers in that whole facility.
Right.
That really, really love seniors, and they just can't do it all, and they're getting burned out. But not everybody is doing it. They just doing it so they can get paid. And now we're to the point where they don't even have enough staff because people don't want jobs anywhere.
That's very true.
So, yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and end here, guys. We are 12 minutes over. I got to go home, charge all this stuff up. Hope I have time to do all of that, and see you all tonight. So you all stay blessed.
Be safe, everybody, and quilt out.
Bye-bye.